this time, and we can have at least one VOD. Copium.
Shit. Here we go again.
Copium. Copium.
All right.
Copium.
Big
Is that a try?
fat fucking copium. All right. Music.
Lights.
Goldy, if you would do us a big kind and recap what happened last week, that would be lovely.
Right. Once we've dealt with everything, in terms of the people we left behind, we arrived at Tourmaline. Town was completely destroyed, and we managed to we found a cave, to which we heard mumbling. We managed to get the people out. They themselves have hidden themselves in the actual cave, with an intentional cave-in, keeping them there to presumably suffocate. They were okay to be left alone, so we made our way down to Longlewood, in which we found Goldie's character, his father cradling his son, Goldie's brother's Palace, in his hands, with a stab wound going through his back, going straight through into his chest. Goldie was left in a state of disarray, almost unresponsive, at which time the father utterly berated him. The other members of the team tried to pull me back, and they did succeed a little bit. The remaining members of the town slowly made their way back as we all decided to bury Palace in the area in which he used to play fight with his brother, and decided to become a knight. Did I miss anything out?
Before, did you mention seeing the kobolds and everyone in Tourmaline?
Right.
We were able to see that. No, it's okay. We were able to see that Trex is still alive. He wants to talk to Devii at some time. Marta gave Chalcedony the Ring of Winter, so now he doesn't have to wear pants.
No, that is not the Ring of
the
Winter.
Ring of Winter. Sorry, not the Ring of Winter. The ring that keeps people warm. The warmth. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Speaking of which, I need to interrupt you. Chalcedony, did you get that sorted on your character sheet?
Yeah.
Okay.
We also named the live kobolds that are with us Fred, Stuart, and Kevin.
I deliberately didn't say that because I'm like, they're gonna die.
No, they have names now. They have to live.
No, they have to die.
Life needs names to live.
Oh.
And we also sorted out all the cauldron and whatnot back in Brimshanda.
Yeah, so you guys actually need to remove that from any and all of your inventory lists.
No, I don't have it on mine.
Yeah. Also, of course, with a bit of shopping. So yeah.
Okay, so I almost gave away some information. Okay,
you know you want to.
I do, but it's Goldie's responsibility for this one. So, all right. So as the father attempts to help Goldie lay the body down, the hollow sound of Goldie and his father as they reach for and begin to dig with some shovels in the snow and ice. the rest of you are met with the biting cold to greet you in this scene. And the father begins to mention something. Actually, I believe this would be your mother would be saying this. From an ice and snow winter, back to the ground, we commit this back to I can't finish it. I can't give last rites for my son.
I go up to hug her. I drop my shovel and just go to hug her.
She can't even form any more words. She just takes the embrace, and slowly and weakly you can feel these kind of arms that are just resting on your sides. She tries to return the embrace weakly.
I'm so sorry. I should have been here.
Goldy, why weren't you here?
The dragon. I had to stop the dragon.
You hear the shovel go in, and as soon as you see dragon just the father turns around. Confused look.
Inside check.
Okay. What are you trying to discern?
Mental state of the father again. Is he changing from what I've seen him so far again?
There's a difference between observation and peering into his mind mesh. Which one are you doing?
Observation, basically facial expression and stuff.
I mean, you can roll insight, but that's pretty vague, so we'll find out.
It's a 9. Nothing good.
I'm just gonna say it's like more that there's so many emotions that seem to just have made him look blank to you. Like it's just like this ice and cold look.
I'm just gonna carry on hugging my mum. I'm not gonna stop.
DM, are the rest of us just standing around, or what are we doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
If we so choose, are we there?
Yeah, anyone and everyone just follows them over. Like I'm just
okay.
I don't know if that was confusing for you guys, but yeah, like you guys are pretty much just...
I wasn't sure what was going on.
Yeah.
I also get the feeling that Goldy probably wants to do the family wants to do the digging on their own, right?
Father's kind of been trying to dig, but it's like, if any of you have ever known anything about digging, they're not going to get very deep.
Not in the
Especially
snow here. I think I can help.
Ground.
Yeah.
I will, do I have that? Oh, I do not have that? No, I don't. Thought I had Earth Tremor.
So I whisper. I'm gonna whisper to Mesh. Should we be helping? I don't know what to do. I don't know if it's an imposition that if I was to try and help or not. What do you think?
go help if you want. I'm just gonna keep an eye on stuff on the sides. I don't think it's against any traditions or whatnot.
So I will go to where Goldy and his mother are. As it is, they stop digging. I'm gonna take Goldy's shovel and continue where he left off.
I nod quietly towards you. Mother, tell me about him. Tell me about my brother.
Are you saying this to your mother?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, you know him. He's the one who... Well... It's always been the one that looked up to you, and... He tried to do everything. You know, he was bright. He was strong. He made decisions at a moment's notice, sometimes to his own fault.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
But if anything's for certain, he never thought much of himself.
What did you just say?
He never thought too much of himself. If put in a decision, he would always put someone else in front of him.
I don't understand. He always was so good at everything. He learned how to catch fish so elegantly. He could dance with a sword like no other I saw. That doesn't sound like my brother.
Well, he made more decisions after you left. You've been gone so long. He just stopped. Well, he just stopped really doing much else than trying to play the hero. He wouldn't leave here.
He never tried to leave.
Well, maybe within the first couple of weeks he tried to leave, but your father would have nothing of it. He said he couldn't lose two of you. Honestly, we thought you would come back sooner.
Mom, I have to tell you something. You were told about what happened to the other gods. I did come back.
What do you mean? You never returned.
I came back. I came back straight home, but I saw that there were other guardsmen. They were informing you and Father about what happened. I saw my brother arguing as well that I would never do that, but it filled me up with such guilt. I couldn't see any of you, not after what I did.
What are you talking about?
I hid in the bushes. I saw it all and I ran. I ran away. I told myself I could never come back. None of you could have accepted me after this. So many people dead because of me. I couldn't.
You all see Goldy's father, after stop shoveling, pulls off the glove. Goldy, what do they see when he pulls off the glove of his bad hand?
A stump. Nothing but a stump. The glove itself has got small wooden parts for fingers, but there's nothing really there.
You see him take his hand off as they're having this conversation, and Goldy, your father, puts the stump on your shoulder while you guys are talking and just says, "Son, we all make mistakes. And if there's anything we all should learn, it's that the mistakes make the man." You can't let them destroy you.
I thought by running I could redeem my honor. You would hear tall tales of me, however tall they may be. I would come back, my honor restored. Look at where this has led us. How can you say such things? Your son is dead. We both know he was the better one of the two of us. And I filled his mind up with such trivial nonsense because of my delusions of grandeur.
Both of the parents are kind of seemingly choked up to the point that they can't really talk while Goldy is doing this. But you see little Nimsy, the halfling speaker, who is very, very dark skinned, kind of walk up and kind of pull her scarf down and kind of kick at Goldy's shins to kind of get his attention. You know what, Goldy? We're mentioning one son's dead. They thought they had two. And you showed up today. So maybe this should be a reality check for you. They didn't know you were alive. You never came back.
I never thought of it like that.
I kept your secret, mister. I didn't come back here and tell him. That's on you. That's not my responsibility to tell your parents how you're doing. I didn't become the speaker of this town for no reason. You know this town's history, right? She walks over, kicks over some rubble, and pulls something out. As she pulls it out, you guys can see like a sign of maybe one of the taverns. It's kind of just crackled and bore, but like there's a very, very elegant piece of artwork still set in it. And it looks like maybe a family crest of some sort. Actually, you know what? Let's get Vanvalor and Goldy And Breker to make a history check.
God damn, 20.
3.
7.
Okay, yeah. Goldy never really paid much attention in the historic sides of the town, but Vanvalor, you know a lot about 10 towns, from essentially leaving the tribes. You studied up. This actually looks to have some carvings of like a dragon looking figure, maybe a lion on the side, and like some boats. And then there's also like a very odd placed one that is just a goat. It's kind of like these elements that are all very kind of out of place with like shipping, and even like a little bit of a dock kind of in the backdrop of this carving. It's very intricate, and again, it's kind of weird because it's all between splinters, but you actually start making up this theme actually clicks. That's a chimera.
Oh, good.
And Breker's not too far off, even though he doesn't really understand this. This is a seal, a crest. And this actually reveals a family name of Urmlaspyr. It's a Serbian type name, but it's Urmlaspyr. Urmlaspyr. And Nimsy gestures towards the back of town, which you can see is just kind of huddled and trying to stay warm in the edge of the woods that have been very nicely cut down from the logging community, filled with fishermen that have all fled town. Our town was built on scoundrels, Goldy. The people who first moved here were a bunch of thieves trying to run away. We became fishermen because of necessity, and we wanted to earn an honest living and run away from our pasts. And you ran away from the only place that you fit in. Now, enough of this personal nonsense. There is a body that needs final rest, and we should give it some, I'm not going to say it, some respect. Everyone, round up, grab a shovel, and let's do it, okay?
Okay.
Don't make your mother try to do this eulogy. For goodness sakes. And she picks up one of the smallest shovels you've ever seen and starts shoveling.
I let go of my mother, look her in the eye, and pick up a shovel. I turn to everyone. Could you help me, please? Could you help me put my brother to rest?
Devii glares at the shovel. Fine. Yes.
I walk over. Even Blackie's like picking up tiny rocks and moving them.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Anything special?
I try using the shovel. It doesn't go so well.
What'd you do? Roll badly?
There might be. No, I'm just not. She's not used to using it, and it's like icy, and she's weak, so she's like, and she doesn't want to look undignified. So what?
No, just Devii and I have the least strength out of everyone. So
yeah.
really the. Shoveling on frozen ground.
Yeah, I mean, you guys will actually end up
But-
spending a good chunk of time kind of going through some neighboring areas near this play area and just kind of like sifting through what looks to be a couple of
Well-
shops that are just like got shovels around to go find them and then come back. So it's actually a very annoying, more mundane thing. But yeah.
I'll probably assist with getting the shovels now. Like, I think I have something better I can do to help out with everything.
Do you
So
have
off to the side.
a melting? Do you have a spell that can melt the snow in a small area?
I racked my brain for one. I don't.
No.
Out of character. It's called summer.
You don't have that yet.
Yep. Devi's gonna start brewing some tea for her help with the ceremony last rites.
I mean, you can probably start gathering some fire for the wood. That's about it.
I'll do that and search for some churras.
It'll take some time to brew some whole thing. You got to set up all the supplies and get a campfire going and then a...
I mean, I can't help with the digging, so that's what I'm doing.
You said gather some fire for the
wood for the
Fire
wood.
for the
Sorry,
wood.
wood for the
I
fire.
must find fire.
Wood for the fire. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was trying to,
No, that's what I'm gonna do while everyone's digging, and I'd like to try and look for some chewingas.
Roll percentile.
That is 100. So where's my D10s at? Where are my D10s at? They're so poked. Wait, is this a D10? That's a D8. No, it is a D10. They're just really.
Carrie, a D10 looks like this, where it has a 0 on
I
it.
know what I did. I rolled a D8, but that's because I put some of the D8s in the D10 thing.
You need
so
a
I was
D10
kinda-
and a D100.
This is a D8. This one goes over
a
here.
D100.
Okay, here we go.
Someone cut off 3 sides of a D10, turn into a D8.
No, this is
Is
a
this
D.
a D100?
This is a D100.
This is a D10.
D100.
A D100 is a D10 with zeros on it.
Oh, I don't have.
Okay.
I didn't put my hundreds out
That-
here.
This has zeros on it. Yeah.
Aha!
Aha!
Although it would be cool if you had like
What did you roll?
die that was 100 sides.
52.
It has
Yeah.
to be really big though.
Unfortunately, the lantern doesn't really shift colors. It's
Glow
kind of
green.
just normal
That's okay.
pale white as you
I
turn it
thought
on.
maybe I could get them to help with the mood, but yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna work on my tea.
Okay.
I want to roll something as well.
Roll for shovel.
Can I roll for shovel, DM?
Oh, I'm sorry. I
You could just do that.
suggesting it.
Just takes time.
Yeah, it's not too hard.
Anything from anyone else before we move forward? Just don't want to squash things too soon.
Are we just shoveling? Because if we're just shoveling, I don't have anything.
I mean, if anything goes without a hitch, we're just gonna say that there's a hole now. Okay, like it's not gonna
Yeah.
take that long.
Was
This is when we finally kill Mesh and we put him in the hole.
I just Sparta kick him in there.
Yes.
the ground is
Mash.
frozen solid.
Take care of my brother. Take someone
Quickly burying Mesh alive. All right.
But I'm not dead.
Okay. Well, there's a hole in the
All right.
ground. If you guys want to progress, it'll take a while. You probably have to help each other out. A couple of you to get out of there, especially Nimsy. Give her a boost. But
Aww, she can't
I'm
get-
gonna put Nimsy on my shoulders and I'm gonna jump out.
okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so I don't have to do that athletics check. or
Put me
anything?
down. No, you don't have to do anything like that. Just put me
Okay.
down easy. My knees are not what they used to be.
Don't worry, I remember. We used to do things like this as kids, remember?
Yes, but it's been quite a few years. Oh dear, since then. Thank you.
I suppose. I guess it was the other way around, though.
Don't make me feel old.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to make you feel small.
Hmm?
Nothing.
Well, all right. Some of the people come from the village. You don't know how many people there are, but it's kind of just like a blur. They kind of just fade at the backdrop as you just see a couple of people light a couple of torches and come near just for some warmth. Kind of crowd around the back. You guys kind of push you guys towards the forefront.
I'll give the eulogy my best. That's okay with everyone.
Go for it.
Oh, I'm not really good with words. I just look straight down at the grave. It's okay. Right.
A little dark.
I
don't really have anything.
My brother, I've always touted him as better than me. I guess I haven't really explained that. You see, he had this fire in him. I guess you could say that he always drove himself to go get something, do something, be something. And he was relentless to do it until he achieved it. When we were young and on our first day fishing, well, his first day, my 200th at this point, I joked with him, always saying, "This is going to be hard. But don't worry, you'll learn." Just putting the line into the thing, and you always got to whip your hook back. And he got a trout without even trying. I mean, he just... And within a moment, it seemed, he just looked at me and said, "Hey, is this a good one?" I remember I just looked stunned. It's bigger than anything I ever got. We used to play fight. Sword fighting. We always hear stories about knights and soldiers. I used to beat him at first. I was bigger. But after a while, I noticed I couldn't hit him. I wasn't trying, but oh, he was a nimble little thing. And then I started trying, and I still couldn't do it. He understood everything he needed to do in any moment he was in. So I told him about myself, what I wanted to do. He said, "I want to do that. I want to do that." He always looked up to me. Starry eyes. Do you know what I felt about him? I was jealous. I knew he was going to get the inheritance. He should get the inheritance. I wanted my own glory. And I didn't realize it, but I poisoned his mind. He wanted it too. But you know what? He is one of the best people I ever knew. He would always help everyone, big and small. He would always be late coming back for supper because he had to help our neighbors get some more firewood. He would do such impossible things, and he did them because, well, he could, but more importantly because he knew he should. I'm sorry. I should have looked up to you. I was selfish. You are my greatest hope. My ultimate failure. I will love you always. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't finish this. Sorry, Mom. I'm sorry.
Puts a hand on your shoulder and just says, "This is a eulogy that wasn't meant to be finished because he was taken too soon." And your father takes out a fishing rod from his bag and the sword from his body and lays them both near where the body lay. The fishing rod represents family, work, and effort. Sword represents what he wanted. And his final memory. These will be left with him. But for him to truly be remembered, that is up to us.
I look to my dad.
None of us here are perfect. That's why we're here. Just making a different life. I dare say. This ain't over. This bitter cold needs to end. We must preserve that we have. When he says this, something odd happens. The wind stops. And it is dead quiet. The only thing you can hear is the crackling from the torches. And as you guys look around, the gravesite that has kind of these rough hewn edges, I guess you could say, from the shoveling and the snow kind of just falling, it's almost as if the site itself begins to crystallize the snow between it and seals a seam. and you slowly see the grave site begin to almost smooth over rather than look rough. Just very slight, as if the wind is blowing the snow around, but there's no wind. And as soon as this kind of moment, this strange, odd thing, the wind begins to resume the once it was. And continue.
I think someone heard us, Dad. I think someone heard us.
Yeah. I think so. Well, our family's not been the one to really follow much of these religious practices. But if there's any present who won't be opposed on my son's final rest, all are welcome.
Gonna look at Breker.
We're all, we all turn around.
We're all
and
looking at Breker.
Breker
Are you
is
going
fumbling
first
through
or
some
am I?
papers related to Twitch VODs and throws them suddenly
yeah.
away and starts reading his other notes.
Devi's like, are you going first or am I? Because I usually go second.
Breker had a few words written that he wouldn't mind sharing, but it wasn't as many as he would have liked to have. And Breker would kind of try to like make sure that ceremony's running smoothly, making sure that like the visitation to the gravesite and the final farewells are going smoothly, and just kind of trying to make this a smooth as possible funeral. And then maybe in a quiet moment when kind of people are just kind of looking around looking for something, Breker might add, the winds of Icewind Dale are icy, and in these days they cut deeper as the fabric of 10 towns has been torn to shreds by this dragon. In these bitter times, we must come together for warmth and stoke new fires and form new bonds. Trust me when I say that the bonds that we form under these heaviest weights will become some of the strongest that you will ever see. In the coming days, the people you spend time with, the people you love, the people who gather to remember Palace, I believe is the brother's name. The people who come together to remember him, those are the family units that you should strive to build and foster over time. Goldy, I'm sorry for your loss. These funerals are meant to be a celebration of the people who we've missed dearly. It's a celebration of the lives that they lived. Replaying in all of your minds right now are all of your best memories of this person, and that's how you should carry on their legacy. It is impossible to do now, but time will heal these wounds, and we will all be able to move forward with the best memories of Palace preserved in our hearts and our minds.
Devii takes the cup of tea over, sets it on the grave, backs up. May this cup of tea bring you warmth as the Raven Queen shelters you to your place of rest.
You guys can see, I would like actually Breker to make the persuasion check here, please.
Can I give him advantage?
You may.
Nice.
21.
Okay. In this little gesture, the tea and kind of just this warming sensation, almost as soon as the tea is pretty much set, should be frozen. But it's not. Steam continues to rise, crystallize, and as it does, the color of the tea shifts to what looks to be a relatively golden color. Almost like a barley wheat, but it's almost like this very slight glowing through the translucent nature of the tea. And something odd also happens where the base of the cup seems to slowly crystallize, with snow kind of crawling up it and almost trying to pry through the mug as it's trying to starve it out, and it ends up just resting before it can kind of go through the mug. And Breker, you can see, for the rest of you, I think, can kind of see a brief image of this kind of silhouette of what you would anticipate is the symbol of Torm. A one-handed, blindfolded, armored man. They're just rising out of the steam for a brief moment before kind of just gently dissipating. And the steam just continues to rise as the cup begins to very slowly cool. And one by one, the residents kind of give a nod and a look to Sid before leaving. Sid, Anna, start seeing what's left of our house. And kind of just shakes people's hands and says, thank you for coming and supporting us. We'll be sure to help you with anything that we find. Just kind of those type of conversations are kind of tapering off as you end up just being left with Goldy's parents and yourselves. And the last person to leave is Nimsy. She says, well, I don't know what your business is, but I've got a jet.
Thank you.
Keep your chin up, kid. And she runs off.
Well, I think I need to get some more cups.
I'm just going to kneel down, touch the grave, and say, we will meet again. It won't be for a very long time, because I don't plan on dying. I will make you my strength, and when we meet again, I would very much like to fight you. Just like we did. Until then, make yourself useful, yeah? Just like you always do. I grab a bit of the snow that's laid on the floor, and I just put it onto my head. And I get up.
Brain freeze.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
I'm not good. But, I'll get there.
Have you said everything you need to say to your family?
There's something I need to tell them. Mom, Dad, this is not the best time for this, but I need you to know something. There's still a threat out there. I don't know what it is, but there is something out there that plans to kill us all. Before, I used to speak in fantasy, but I know you want me to stay. I have to go. I have to go with my friends. I have to protect all of you.
There's not much of the town left, Goldy. I'm not going to stop you anymore. You're a man now. You could have left a long time ago. But we just needed you here then. It's alright. That's the decision. Excuse me, this is not his voice. That's the decision that you made. But the next decision is yours. No matter what I think of it, and what you think of it. My desires can never be yours, Goldy.
I'm gonna make you proud. I'm
Son,
gonna make you proud.
if I find out that you're not joshing me about this dragon, you got nothing left to make me proud. I don't know any other man that's ever killed a dragon before, especially one made out of whatever it is that you said that that thing is. I saw it firsthand destroy Tourmaline from here. We ran. Goldy, we ran. I've never been so scared.
Sir, I could lay down a circle of truth that would make Goldy incapable of lying.
No.
And in front of you
It's okay.
right now,
It's
he
okay.
could tell you he killed that dragon.
I hug him. I hug my dad.
And your mom puts a hand on your shoulder as you begin to cry, and she kind of cries with you a little bit. And just says, son, there's something that we've never really told you about your father. Sid's like, don't, no, not now. And he's like, I think he needs to know before he leaves.
What? What is it?
We found out that your dad has been really struggling with a form of being bipolar. And we don't really have much here to help him. And I'll take it from here.
Go to Brimshanda.
You can
tell them.
You
tell
can
them
see
who you are.
real quick. You can see your father's eyes kind of almost like take a tick, and like confusion mixed with other things. It's almost like there's just something going on, and there's a blockage that he can't push out words, but it doesn't seem like it's grief triggered, if that makes sense. And then he finally gets it out while you're kind of talking. He just cuts you off. He just says, son, I am in control. And he grips your shoulder real tight with his good hand. I'm sorry. For anything when I'm not me. It's not an excuse. So your mother doesn't need to make them for me.
I put my hands on his shoulders.
We always thought that bipolar was something to do with the cold. Until... And this is the point when Goldy remembers how the community is a bunch of thieves. They're not very well educated at all. This whole town is pretty much just self-learned. And that's why most of them just defaulted to fishermen and cutting wood after they ran away.
I don't say anything. I just hug him again. Look, just go somewhere safe. Like if you go to Brimshanda, you'll be fine. That they know who I am. They know all of us. You can go. You'll be taken care of.
All right.
And if there's no space in Brimshanda, Tourmaline is open.
Us, not me.
Huh?
Not Tourmaline. Targos.
Targos.
All right. Well,
They both start with a T.
we got to pick up some pieces before we head out, and I'd be misplaced if I didn't help my compatriots before leaving. They helped me with this, and so you know what? You guys get out of here, and well, Goldy, just come back. I don't know what I'm gonna do with another son gone. Doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you do.
I'll do my best, sir. I'll come back to you.
And
Both of you.
You see his mother and his father let go of Goldy and look at all of you. And just say, we're trusting you.
We'll look after him.
I gave a deep nod.
Not that he needs us to look after him, but together, we'll do just fine.
I smile quietly.
Don't put him anywhere near doors. No, Devii doesn't say that.
Actually, no. If you do say, "Mom, Dad," don't,
No, she does not.
don't listen to her. Just
No, I didn't say that.
okay.
And you see your father kind of tap you on the shoulder one more time and just say, and then he turns like he's gonna leave, and then he looks at you one more time and he's like, you know, if you somehow find it, you know, you don't have to anymore, but kind of would be nice.
I nod to him. I'll find it.
All right. I'll keep looking too. Family heirloom, after all. All right. He like paces off and kind of helps your mom hobble off.
What are you looking for?
Before she says that, I actually look down and without hoping anyone hearing, I just say quietly, "I love you." I turn to her and say, "Do you remember that fish? I was Dad, never mind. It's we have bigger
fish?
things to deal with."
Did a fish swallow a family heirloom?
A ring. It's
And
it's very important to my father.
And? Is it
Well,
your father's?
I mean, you saw the stump, right?
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
I mean, I don't want to say it.
No, you don't have to. I think I got it.
It's not a good memory, if I'm being honest with you.
Why don't we head to my sunken ship?
It's just like a ship.
It's
Oh.
that way. She points north of where we are.
Wait, before we go, I need to tell you guys something.
Yes.
My name's not Goldy.
I guess
It's Gordon.
Gordon. How did you get Goldie out of Gordon? I mean,
My name is Gordon Angler.
I see.
Surnames based out of our jobs. You know.
Makes sense.
I call myself Goldy after I left.
Which do you prefer
Right.
to be called now?
Goldy's fine.
Okay.
I just want to let you guys know. That's all.
Is there anyone else who would like to tell us that they're not who they say they are?
Oh, I'm definitely a satyr.
Let's go. Let's keep on going
I've been
north.
Devii the whole time.
I've always been a satyr. That's why
I mean, are you saying not who you are? Because I'm definitely an elf.
Oh,
Kind of look
okay.
at Devii and cough like. There's
Well,
some...
you can check. You can examine me if you want. If you don't believe that I'm a satyr.
I looked Tara dead in the eye. There's nothing more to me now. I am what you see.
You guys can see in the background, it doesn't take a high perception. The dogs are just going ballistic. They're just like nipping each other and like biting at the bit. They've been restless after a long break. They've been
I go to the dogs.
Chilling
I
out.
tell them, I'm sorry. One of the pack died. My brother. I need to take care of him.
I was like, I don't remember any of the dogs dying.
The dogs are dead? What?
No!
Where did the pack die over there?
Right?
No.
I'm just trying.
I know.
You know what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just like at first I was like, we didn't lose.
The wording could have been better.
Okay. To be fair,
No, it was actually really good wording. I was just confused.
this is something that I say.
It could have been like my pack instead of the pack.
The one the same, as far as I'm concerned. As far as Goldy is concerned. Shine has been around my neck this entire time. I've been crying on her.
Has she?
Yeah.
Right. We should go. You guys ready?
Where are we headed to?
North. Around
North.
the lake, I guess.
I actually don't know exactly where we're headed.
Devii, on a map, you would
We
know
might
that it's somewhere on the Sea of Moving Ice, much further to the now ever since your kind of whole memory of this Nass individual has kind of brushed up, you have a little bit more clarity as to where you think it might be. It's you remember that there was a river at one point in that ripped memory, and if you look on the map you can see that there is a river that is frozen on there. It's called the Sheangarn River, but it does go north before it looks like it maybe has been frozen over, but it looks at maybe one time that river could have led straight north. So your only guess is that you somehow made it between the Sea of Moving Ice and the river at some point in time, Cari.
I'll just try to direct them in. I mean, I know that Torterra is the best for navigating, but I didn't come this way though. Actually, I don't know the path. I know.
So you came from Bremen, but you just know that this is the river here. That you would have gotten somewhere from the Sea of Moving Ice, which is here. It could be like anywhere along this path here.
That's true, because we didn't really ask. I didn't think to ask anybody back in Brinshand or Scython. Wait. Did we see Scython in Brinshander?
You didn't look for him.
Okay. As we're walking, I'll be like, I'm gonna cast Sending.
Scython is East Haven.
Scython. Where exactly did they find that wreck shipped, by any chance?
What wreck ship? I don't know what's going Oh.
There's not really a response for a good long time.
I'm starting to get like sweaty because I'm like, I hope he's still alive.
Are we
Yeah.
calling somebody?
Actually, I'm gonna say there's not a response at this time.
I don't know.
This time?
Hopefully.
Gosh, I hope he's not dead.
The person you're trying to call can't be reached. Please try again.
Well, let's just go. I kind of remember where we were. So if I'm following this map, I think I can get us to where we were.
I thought we drew a picture. There was a picture of the.
We did draw a picture of a ship, but that was just us, not Rob pinpointing where it was. We just drew it in there.
Oh, we just drew it in a random place.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Devii,
Yep.
you were the only survivor of the shipwreck, but you were found by someone, right?
Yes, I was, but I can't tell you who. It's very lucid. I just remember being put onto a sled.
Devii, you get a response.
Oh, wait.
Kind of in the middle of this discussion, you hear, "Sorry, had to check a resource. Nothing exact." It's almost like he's taking pauses, like looking through something. Looks like somewhere west. Don't know.
Somewhere.
Sorry.
Oh, thank you. She knows he can't hear, but she's like, well, thanks. Okay, see, I thought he was alive. Thank goodness. I thought he was dead. Got his.
That's what you got out of that. Okay. That's
So
funny.
it's a one way.
Anyway,
It's a one way.
to the west. Somewhere.
Somewhere west. I mean that's a yeah.
It's not helpful. Let's just.
That's not really that helpful.
Yes, chef. The entirety of the frozen north. Well done.
The whole area.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm moving towards the ship, so.
What was that river you was talking to?
So are you
Which
guys gonna
river?
go north of Lonelywood to go around through the little shrubs there, and then west, or are you gonna go south? Or are you gonna try to get some ships from, like, try to see if you can salvage some ships from the docks and then cross the lake?
It's not frozen over?
Is the lake
The lake's
not
not frozen
frozen?
Not all of it's frozen, no.
Did we?
I think it would be
Sorry, I
quite
had to step away
dangerous.
for a second.
Dallan,
Let's go
what did you
around,
say?
I think.
To
Yeah,
go
let's go.
around is
Hang on, Jodie. Dallan's talking. What did you say?
Did we just talk to Nimsy? Because I had to step away for a second.
Oh.
Nimsy said that she was gonna go help with the kind of recovery of what's left, who's left type thing in the town, but she's definitely available.
Yeah, I just wanted to fill her in on our tentative plan with the tribes. Just kind of like let her know and ask her if she knows anything about where they're at right now.
Sure. Okay, Nimsy. Well, I didn't really get a whole lot of information about, you know, the whole sending them off thing, but they mentioned it at one of the meetings. We weren't really for it because we didn't ever have the size to do the personal sacrifices. So, I mean, we are the furthest town, so I mean, we have seen a couple of the tribes coming through. We were actually planning on asking them about our white moose problem, because no one else seemed to follow up on it, but I'm not sure if it's just been quiet the last couple of days because of the dragon. Maybe it scared it off. The time will tell. We're not sure if it's still going to be a problem. But
yeah, we were thinking about that too.
yeah.
sorry. What's this white moose problem? I missed this. White moose.
We
That's something
heard
knew
about it.
like months ago. Like,
Yeah, like when
maybe even a
almost
year
like-
ago.
yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's a long
fair
time ago.
quest. Let's do it.
White goose.
Nope, we're going to the ship. To the ship.
Yeah, we
Keeps
haven't found
walking.
its body yet anywhere, so we don't know if it's dead or if it just ran
Oh,
off.
look at the
or...
dogs. They're ready to go.
Oh man, a white moose sounds really cool though.
But
I put my hand in Guardian. Bark. Arf.
the elk, I don't know what the tribes are doing. They typically follow the elks. You might know that, but they like following some kind of herd and sticking to it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They follow the migration of a herd.
Elk tribe
we should
especially will do
probably-
that, but the other tribes might break off and kill the predators. They might go and attack each other. I mean, I've just heard that they've just been in a mess right now, so I don't they don't like to talk to us. We don't like to talk to them. It's just kind of that one tribe that we've talked to here and there.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for.
Of course, that's
Information
a
that you gave
wonderful
me.
idea to see if we could reach out. I mean, I don't know if the dragon even hit them kind of drive-by, so it could be anything.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you take care. Good luck finding a ship. Is that what you guys said you're doing?
Yeah, we gotta find some sunken ship.
Good luck to you. I don't know if there's anything
Devii gives you a look like
to be over.
How do we find a
experienced.
sunken ship under frozen ice? That's what I want
it's
to know.
not. Apparently, it's not sunken because people.
Oh, I had an
discovered it.
idea. If it is sunken, that we should have talked to our friend in the lake.
How would
Oh,
it be
yeah.
floating though? If
No, I thought it sunk. Because it was sinking when I got on. Anyways, apparently people discovered the ship, so it can't exactly be sunken.
is it like partially submerged in the ice, like it's stuck in the ice or something?
Scython didn't give me too many details. I mean, he told me it's somewhere west, so that's what we're working.
Yeah.
West.
But yeah, do you think, Devii, you could reach out with like a sending spell to
Wouldn't
our
it be
hag friend?
northwest?
To whom? Yeah,
The hag.
northwest.
Mod Chiselbone.
Mod.
She's in the lake, not in the ocean.
You're right, but maybe she could meet us there. I don't know if it was worth trying at all.
Oh, she ain't mean us up there.
Future thing.
All the way up there?
She could start
Cold for
moving
her.
there, I guess.
Wait,
Let's
Does
let's
that-
is
hold
that
it
where we
on a
saw
back
her?
burner.
Like dinner share?
No, because
No, yeah, like
even if we need her to go down into the water, she'd need time to get there. So it's probably
Yeah.
better to do it now.
My thought is like
How would she be able to travel all
we
the way
kicked her out of
from?
her home. Let's not make her go into the cold ocean.
Wait. I have a question though. We saw her at like dinner share, right? So, she's an old hag. I mean, how is she gonna travel?
She's
Yeah,
a
she
water
only
hag,
knows-
I think, or something.
Yeah, but she only has illusion magic, and she doesn't really have a way to get from the.
How
Yeah,
would
it
she
was-
travel
it was just
from
an
there
idea.
to?
No, it's not a bad
We could-
idea, and I'll keep
Oh.
it in the
Yeah.
back of my
No,
brain.
it's not a bad
Right.
idea. It's just that like the weather's even worse, and she's
She's not very strong.
she's vulnerable to an attack if anyone saw her, because
I mean, we could pick her up if she's nearby. That's also an option.
Either way, I don't have any more sendings for today.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's fair.
okay, maybe we can think
Yeah,
about that. No.
let's just move on.
Yeah.
Get going.
And where are we going next?
Devi's already strapped in.
Oh shit,
Points.
strapped in already. Okay. So we're gonna go round this lake. If you measure it right, it's not really much further to go round than it is to go across. But going across would be hazardous because some of it's frozen, some of it's not frozen. It would take longer to do that and get the ship.
And we don't have a way to get the dogs across.
And we don't have it. Yeah, it makes more sense just to go around. And yeah, we can't get the dogs
Yeah.
on a boat.
Why would we want to cross an icy lake anyways? That doesn't.
Well, I feel like it'd be too dangerous. So
As Devii says that, I look at Goldy. No?
Beg pardon now?
now.
You do want something in the lake, potentially.
Look, guys. My that can wait. Whatever needs to be done, let's do it. Sorry,
Yeah,
but
What- Do
everything
you need
that's
the
happened with me.
family heirloom in the
Yeah,
lake?
what's that?
Look, I do, but with everything that's happened, all this death and murder, I wouldn't mind just doing the things that are meant to be done. That can wait.
Sure. I mean, we have limited supplies, so we don't want to exhaust ourselves. Let's go. Let's go to the next place. Let's go to the ship, or where we think the ship might be.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go to the next place. Let's go to the ship, or where we
Okay,
think the
who's
ship might
helming?
be.
I'll helm one of them.
I'm driving as well. Let's go.
Hey, villains
to
with
the
you.
next
Kind of
place, let's go
been
to the
quiet
ship.
this whole time, but also
Where
there.
we think the
Who's
ship might
helming?
be. And she's driving one. I'm
Yeah, I kept an eye on her. She wouldn't want to like pipe up about waking him up.
driving. So we're gonna go on the edge of this between the lake and the woods.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, whoever's helming can make a
In order.
survival check.
Level check.
What about people on bears and saber cats?
Well, I was asking not who's helming each individual thing, but kind of who's helming the navigation. Like we need a
Yeah,
navigator.
that's
We need
what it's
somebody
for.
that's potentially looking for food. You guys are also navigating at the very tail end of the day, so you guys are gonna get pretty tired here in a couple hours. Ready to bed
Yeah,
down
we're just-
normally.
I mean, this is Goldie's territory. Maybe he should.
I actually already rolled. If you want to just go with it.
Well, I'm gonna basically say that between Goldy and Torterra, this leg of the journey to get through here, at least for about 6 miles, is gonna cost you guys the same amount of movement as it would be on the map to go through a snowy area, even though it's difficult with the woods because Goldy knows the area. So
Okay.
there's not going to be any
Okay.
penalty there. Also, Fish has got some of the most ridiculous ranger things on his character sheet, so he can
Yeah,
just do
yeah.
stuff for free. And so between the two of you guys, it's not going to cost you anything to get through A to B to C. But it's still time you guys have got to invest. And according to that, if it's 6 miles by dog sled in the snow, that's 3 hours. So you guys are going to be pushing like 5, 6 o'clock now. Something like that. So it might be like 8, 9 by the time you get over there. And then once you get to the
But
tundra,
we-
it's just going to be... You don't even know what it's going to be like out there. You don't know if there's going to be more trees. You don't know if it's going to be hilly or flatlands with drifts. You don't know if it's going to be caves. Like, it could be anything.
We're gonna have to camp, I guess.
Are we? I have a question out of character. Are we just traveling to the edge of that sea ice? Is that where we're going? After
I don't know. You guys
Go
didn't
around.
chart a journey and shoot out specifics. We don't have anyone that's rolling survival to see what they want to do.
can we?
I don't know. What do
Can
you
we
guys
do
want
that?
to do? I'm asking you
Uh,
guys what you want to do. I'm not like telling
Look.
you where you're
Well,
going.
where are we at the moment? Should I move us?
You're
to
at
where we
Lonelywood.
are?
We're
Where your
at
token
Lonelywood.
is, Cari.
We're
But
gonna travel around.
Can we just move here and make the checks to where we wanted to go?
If you want to go there, there will be no checks based off of Fish's features
Right.
and Goldie's knowledge of the edge of Lonelywood. I'll say you guys can get there.
Okay.
Vanvalor will be fine with everything as long as we skirt the edge of the woods.
Okay.
So are we going like, 15 miles to the sea ice?
And not
Mm.
inside.
Because that's like,
Yeah.
wouldn't that be like multiple days travels?
I think it
Devii.
is. I mean, yeah.
I must ask. Do you actually know where this ship is exactly?
Or even roughly? Roughly.
I know roughly.
So if we get near towards the sea or moving ice, you can get some ideas of where we're going, right?
Probably.
I mean,
We don't want to
We have a
exhaust
map,
our
right?
yeah, we don't want to exhaust dogs. I mean, it's pretty featureless out there with no shelter. So it would be a good idea if we had an idea of which direction, even if it's within like a 10-mile radius, because a 10-mile area, because
Could you-
we'll be completely exposed out there.
Rob, could you pin that area again? Sorry, Jodie.
Well, all you know is that
I
Scython
knew
said
it's-
west, which could be anywhere from this tip here to kind of like this area. According to your
Okay.
guess, is probably somewhere between where the V is and the moving ice, like this little dip, and then all the way over.
Okay.
But your best
So-
guess is that there's probably not a very high likelihood that it's out here anywhere.
Yeah.
It's probably right along the edge somewhere.
So if we just go right where Mesh has that at the 9.8, like head straight, like sorry.
And of
that's
course,
wrong.
I'll point to you to the tip of the map that's marked for the
Yeah.
river that goes all the way through the Sharingar here.
We can
Janegarn,
head
sorry.
here and then make our way down the coastline.
But I know that for Vanvalor, he would know that the tribes generally don't go here. Most of the tribes that come here are only when the patterns of the animals necessitate it, and will return back out this way because the glacier is way out here. That's where they're like, that whole right side of the map is the Ragged Glacier, like all this.
Are you writing love?
Who's doing that? Is that Mel?
Smash.
Oh, LOL. Okay.
Does that make sense? If you guys look over to the right side, like all the way over here, this is where all the Ragged Glacier stuff is at.
Yeah.
So the tribes
hang
are
on.
going to be
Yeah.
utilizing most of this space out here.
Okay, so they're not in the area we're going anywhere.
Well,
No.
generally,
Probably not.
there's a very rare chance that they could be passing through here for something. You never know. It could also just be like maybe they need to they actually need to sometimes leave this area to go get like fishing supplies, or if they want to go whaling or getting oil, that they would definitely, Vanvalor would know that they would have to at least come somewhere along the trip to go and get things for, like whale blubber is also very valuable, whale oil, seal hides are also very valuable. There's all kinds of fish that you could potentially get like in the ocean rather than just a lake. You know what I mean? So there are resources there that are valuable to the land.
Okay, before we then completely
They're
set
wanderers.
out, Cal is going to ask, is there any way either magical or natural that we can use to narrow down the search area before we set out, and even if that's asking more people or something?
I've heard of magic like that, but I don't have it. Vlen, do you have anything like that? I mean,
Do we know
be
any?
able to
Well, that's a
look
good
for
question.
Professor.
Could we find anyone, or even if you don't know, is there anyone that you know that we could go and
Let me see that
ask
map.
about?
Come here, give it to me. Let me see. Looking at this space here, I don't see a boat getting very far east at all.
Oh.
So maybe we should go find somewhere. Yes, look here. Where is this river? This river is here, correct?
Yeah.
And
what's-
Devii, what was your memory of this river?
Which river?
Wait,
that-
say
What
that
was your
again.
memory of a river or being picked up, or what was this?
I just remember being put on a dog sled.
Before the dog sled, what do you remember?
Oh, let's see, the ship hit ice.
Right.
And we were taking in water.
Understood.
And there was a bunch of chaos. And I was on the ice trying to get to a safe spot, and I went under. And then I was put on a dog sled.
Oh, dog
Well,
sled.
I don't know. Unless they went all the way up there, it would make sense that if you had somehow traversed any form of river at the time, of course, the river could potentially make, it wouldn't be a straight shot from here, but it would be somewhere in this region. Maybe you washed ashore at the tip, and I don't know, but my best bet is something had to do with the river. If you went under the water. Right? So if the water is going to spit you out anywhere that's not up here, then there's a possibility that this is the closest river, is it not?
Well, yeah, but she
Oh,
wouldn't have
that's close
drifted
river.
upstream of a
I tend to
river.
agree. This is very strange. So I don't know what potentialities could have come up through. I'm not a navigator, but this is just logic that we're working with.
At least there was something magical that can make you drift upstream. I don't know, man.
Okay, perhaps we should just take the more logical choice of going through the river itself.
Well, like just
The ship
heading.
wouldn't be in the river, but it
No,
would
no,
be
no.
at the end of the
No,
river.
Well, if we're trying to
area.
trail where she came from, however long ago it was, then it seems like a pretty fruitless journey because the amount of blizzards around here, there's no way we're going to track that down.
The end
I'm
of the river is
saying that, Glenn, because some people discovered a ship.
Do we know who
So-
those people were, or can we speak to those people? Do you know where they were?
East
We
Haven?
got the info from Scython, and Scython was like, "Hey, I just told me he went to check with some people, and he told me it was west."
So we don't know who. We don't know who.
The
he
people that
checked with.
discovered it were in Bremen, but I don't think anyone's around yet.
Well, we could just go to the closest place and then follow the trail. You know what I mean? We could just go straight to the moving ice and then just run it
I
down.
think that's the
We could do that
perfect
too.
idea.
Right,
It's
before
gotta
we
be
do
around
that,
area.
how many days supply do we have, and how many days would it take to go there and come back?
I guess it depends on how hard we want to hit it.
I mean,
And can we-
were
and
already
can we-
planning for this. We
We
planning
were,
for this.
but we don't have harpoons. If there's seals on the sea ice, I think we should take harpoons.
We can kill them with magic.
Can we? Have you killed a seal with magic before?
I can kill a lot of things with magic.
We've got
I think
javelins and
we're-
spears. Should be
I've got a
Okay.
Yeti and a sword. We killed a Yeti, and I have a sword, and we have Breker.
I do agree with Cal that we should stock up on at least food for the dogs and ourselves for at least
Well,
1 or 2 days.
That's what
If we
did,
can
though,
hunt
back
seals, we can. That would be good food for the dogs. This is, you know.
We can hunt seals. We don't need harpoons.
Guys, I am quite proficient in fishing.
Yeah, but you don't fish seals. You have.
I
You
mean,
can't-
it's something.
You have to catch them when they're on the sea ice.
We
You can't
we
fish for
haven't.
them.
We have a drill for ice fishing.
Vanvalor for drilling.
You guys have also done multiple journeys where Torterra has just literally magically somehow come up
Yeah.
with food, like has hunted things from unhuntable areas.
True. Can we rely on
It's
that?
true.
About that?
It's a
We
magic.
can rely on that.
And it's not
The guy
magic, like
can
it's real shit that
squeeze a
he's
rock
just
and
somehow.
out comes a steak.
Yeah. He's gonna make rocks out of or steaks out of rocks somehow. Or venison burgers out of snowballs. Like it's outrageous what he's been able to pull off.
Can we hunt a deer, Torterra?
Okay. Well, there's
Turn
no
deer
such
droppers
thing.
into filet mignon.
We can't. Oh, spear. Wait.
Yeah.
Goldy, you have a
They're
spear,
just really
right?
small.
I
Okay.
do. I have
All right, so-
spears. I have lots of spears.
Or a javelin. If we have any type
have-
of spear or
I
javelin.
believe
it's
I have
so-
a javelin and lots of spears.
Okay, good. Then that's fine because there's no
Let me just
harpoons
confirm.
in the inventory thing. So
I
spears
have.
or javelins will be fine.
I think.
Yeah, I have
we
lots
should
of
probably
stuff,
be
it's fine.
good
I know-
to go.
I think Mesh might be able
if
to make us
anything,
some
we
sort
got a
of.
grappling hook, so we could just.
We have a grappling hook.
I think Mesh can make us traps to potentially catch seals, right? Mesh.
I could probably make us some netting
See you.
kind of thing with rope.
See you.
See you.
Seals.
We have fish tackle, doesn't that
We're
include
gonna
a net?
go. We're gonna go there to like kill the seals, and they're gonna just be
You
spinning
can't
around
catch
in a
seals with
circle,
nets.
and they're going.
We're going there to locate a shipwreck. We shouldn't be focused on hunting while we're there.
Well,
Yeah, we'll
what
be
I'm saying
fine.
is just that
And
if we
to
get
that end of
into
locating the shipwreck, I've been looking through the Paladin spell tomb of information here. There's one where I can locate an object within 1,000 feet. I can get a vague notion of the direction it's in. But I
Don't
need
you have
be
to know what it
familiar with
is?
the object.
Yeah.
Yeah.
can you get that?
So unless Devii can give me a accurate enough description that I can try to locate it. The other thing it can do would be locate the nearest of something, and if we're in the middle of land, it could potentially locate me, direct us towards the nearest ship.
You could describe.
I mean, I could describe to you things that are on the ship. I could describe the ship to you.
The mast of the ship.
Mast,
that would be.
What's that thing at the front called? You know what I mean, right?
No, I'm just talking about there's something that I own on the ship that I want to go get that I could just describe to you.
Well, either
if
way,
that would be what you need.
Either way, we need to get beating feet to go quickly.
Yeah.
My guess is that if you would like, we could maybe get to the edge of the forest at the very tippy tip, and then take a nice long sleepies, and then we can head out in the morning. Or we can just try to get as far as we can tonight, and then try to rest somewhere along the way that we find is favorable. And then push it hard until after that, and see if we can find it on the morrow. But I don't know how much traveling we're going to have to go until we find it. And then again, on the way back. Seems like it was a perilous journey for one, at least for Devii, on getting here in the first place.
I think all this... You go first.
Rob.
What?
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, I was just asking Breker if he could find the nearest Professor Scan. Like, is that the how the spell works?
It could potentially work if I were to describe it properly. But
yeah, but 1,000
feet is very much different than 32 miles, which is what I'm calculating here with my tools. This is insanely difficult
1,000 feet
to
is
find.
about 0.2 miles, so even if we're doing a grid search, it's not really eliminating a lot of land. It might be better to just have Velen's owl flying around as we sort of just
we
look.
can have Scout going out on rounds once we get closer to the sea.
This is really meant for itty-bitty things that you can't see.
And hidden things that are blocked by sight. If they're buried, they're very useful to use this type of magic. Or if someone is hiding something in a bag and you don't know which bag. You know, that type of thing. Making selections is very valuable with this type of magics. Anyways, it's like superb lost and found, but a bit more geometric, I guess. I don't know how to really describe magic to you non-magic people. Anyways, I think Torterra is probably better suited on guiding than any of you. Historically, he's been... Well, you got us back to the 10 towns at lightning speed like I've never seen.
You're the navigator. As appointed by the leader.
We were chasing down that dragon. You certainly were able to... I have no clue how you did it, but you helped us get there in a very quick amount of time, and we didn't find really any problems along the way.
It's like 18 miles straight. You can take us more or less straight, right, Torterra? From the edge of the forest.
Wait, I thought you said diving?
What?
No,
Guiding, right.
You dive down.
I've never navigated under the water
Yes,
before.
synchronized diving with your partner.
That's exactly right.
Wonderful.
1, 2, 3. No, we say go.
God.
The water's frozen, so I don't know how you're going to be doing any diving. But if you were to dive, Torterra, do you have like? I mean, you don't have flippers, do you? So, like, do you like?
He has to have a paddle.
Do you
lying on your back with a paddle?
Breker kind of just pushes Torterra.
Hello, that sticks out of my butt.
Do you paddle like a turtle? And was you born from an egg? I need to know the answer to these questions.
I've told you I don't know where I came from.
We're all born from eggs.
Level 5.
I'm pretty sure that Torterra's answered all of your questions every time you've asked them.
Cal's just being a dick, alright?
Alright.
Give him a hard time.
I've been petting the dog the entire time. What are we doing?
I'm on the sled strapped up.
We can set out if we
build up on top.
Let's just find a good place in the woods and then camp for the night, and then head out in the morning. Torterra, you can navigate.
Have we gone around the edge of the lake yet?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
We've done that. Okay, fine.
Where do you guys want to
where
be
my thing is.
before you bed down? That's what I want to know.
Can we
Where
go
I am
here?
okay?
Wait, hang on. I can't. Can we be like here at this gap in the woods?
I was actually going to say, would I know that that's a good place to actually rest? Would my character be aware of that?
I am gonna
yeah,
unanimously say on the other side of the river, between you and Torterra, you can find somewhere safe without any risk.
Also, couldn't we do the more direct route instead of going here? We could go here.
Yeah, I was saying as close
This is your
as
dungeon
possible.
master
Like,
telling you, pick somewhere,
That-
please.
Yes, like instead of going
That's like an
this
extra
way,
mile.
let's just go this way.
You want to go there from where we
No,
are?
no, no.
That's an extra
'Cause we were-
3 miles from where we
No,
are.
it's
you
less
know?
miles because we're going like down here and then this way, as opposed to just. Yeah.
Well, that's what I thought. That's what I assumed we was doing. I didn't think we was going down the edge.
Oh,
of
okay.
the... Unless going along the edge of the river would be faster
It's
than
like
going
0.5
straight.
miles.
across.
It's not a big deal.
We are going to the green marker.
Lovely. Mark a long rest, please. Fuck's sake.
Cool.
Okay. All right.
Rob, can I swap out a spell on the
Yes,
long
you may.
rest? Is that still cool?
Yes, you may.
Did-
Paladins can swap
did
out
we
all of their
actually
spells
do
on long rest from
anything
memory.
right now?
What's that?
Cool.
What, Goldy? What did you say?
I was saying, like, did we actually do anything in terms of did we get hurt or anything?
No.
I used 3 of my
Cari
level.
used sendings
I used-
and
okay.
got psychic damage in the morning, so.
I don't
It
think
is
we
about.
did anything.
I will say that
that's right.
the
okay.
effectiveness of this journey is gonna pretty much get you guys pretty close to around midnight. So you guys are gonna bed down. You will not incur any risks from the area because Velen has her thing with the hut, so she's able to avoid a lot of things, and you're also near a kind of good dead zone for the wind in the trees, which is really nice. However, I'm still gonna roll to see if something finds you.
Well, good thing we have a bear and a thing watching out.
Can we take the shortest route to the sea ice?
For drink.
Yeah, I think we are taking the. We're.
Take the shortest route to the sea ice and then go along the coast because that'd be faster.
Night
right?
goes without really anything to be of note besides during one of your inevitable watches you would have had a party member would have noticed that the night would have been slowly kind of cloud coverage. And actually, you know what, who is taking watches normally for these type of things?
Me.
I'm gonna take the first watch just because I couldn't quite sleep.
Okay,
Not Cal if you can help
if
it.
anyone is taking a watch, I would just like you to roll perception, please.
Okay, I'll probably take a watch too.
I don't care if you guys want to, if you think it's risky and you want to double up, but there is something that will happen tonight.
I'll help with
free,
somebody in their watch.
Jesus Christ.
Is it perception or investigation?
Perception, please.
Perception.
Stupid edge of the screen.
My rolls have been this week as well. I just rolled a nat 20, so 25.
I just rolled a
total.
nat 1.
I got
I
it
did.
9.
11.
Okay.
Is that surname?
So what ends up happening is for the rest of your guys' kind of evenings, besides Vanvalor's, you're going to notice cloud cover is very slowly kind of moving in, almost imperceptible. And then by the time one of your watches is ended, you just realize when you go wake up the next person, you're like, nothing much besides the clouds kind of slowly started coming in. That's about all I waited. And then you guys, at the same time as the watch flipping over, notice that the clouds have completely covered the sky. A little odd, but nothing to write home about. Watches go without event. Maybe on Vanvalor's kind of watch, this is where he picks it up. About midway through your watch, the clouds very rapidly clear. And you notice this kind of warble coming from the glacier. Through the sky, it kind of just see this wave of what you would only recognize as something similar to what happens when you cast gravity magic. And this wave kind of issues forth, and behind it is like this streaking borealis, almost like you're watching it being cast upon the night sky. And in its wake and on the sides of it, you can see like another kind of wave of darkness just kind of issue while the stars are allowed to peek through. This wave of darkness kind of holds. And this is just unprecedented. This is the first time you've seen the aurora where it hasn't just been there already.
Yeah.
And in addition, after a few hours of watching, something odd, very odd, begins to happen. There's like this almost deadness to the wind. And like the rest of the party is kind of sleeping in varying amounts. Maybe you hear the kobolds kind of rolling over and the dogs kind of like just burying themselves a bit more. And then just like this very soft wind coming from the glacier, like it normally does, kind of just blows over the glacier, usually from down from the mountains, kind of mixes. You see the snow kind of picking up and drifting. You're like almost panicking at this point because the wind's moving in like different directions. And then you hear a new sound.
I've heard that before, and that gives me nightmares.
And in the very smallest amount, you can't even pick out where the sound is, but you're able to see this very small streak coming through the aurora. As you see what can only be described as something that is a massive bird just streaking through the aurora over towards the Sea of Moving Ice.
Is it Ho-Oh?
Which one of us sees this, by the way?
Only Dallan. Vanvalor.
Only. Oh, okay.
Did he say Ho-Oh?
Hello.
Yeah. From Pokemon.
And on a natural 20.
Oh.
On a natural 20.
Oh, Ho-Ho. Whatever the fuck that thing?
I will give you 2
extra.
extra details.
Okay.
1, this is unmistakably a bird. It is not anything else other than a bird because the wing sounds like feathers. And second, something is riding it.
What?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Wake us. Wake us. Wake us.
How can he ascertain? Okay.
Well.
Because he can ascertain this, Chalcedony, because this bird is bigger than a house.
I think it's time to wake up. Cal needs time to get his trousers on, so you need to wake us up.
I go to turn to wake someone
he's
up.
not
Is
wrong.
it still there when we, like, I grab?
Well, I mean, when you go to reach somebody and try to wake them up, this bird is already gone. Like, we're saying like these wings are like almost slow motion from your perspective, but this thing is just like, it's like a plane, right? The plane looks like it's moving really small, and you turn away for like a minute, and then you look away, and that thing is like already across the sky.
I think that I had mentioned it earlier, but I think that I was taking watch with you.
Been waiting for you guys to roll natural 20 on a nighttime like this for a long time.
That's awesome.
Hang on, has this been wait, hold up.
Is this the thing that got the polar bear?
Has this been going on the whole time?
Is this the thing that attacked the people?
Do we find a Talon?
But he looks smug.
Yeah, we have a Talon. If you can locate the other Talons,
Can I,
might be.
Rob, can I look at the scar on bear and like compare the Talon on bear to the?
Yeah, after I relay
the
this
Talon?
information, probably in the morning.
In the light.
Okay, so you guys want to skip to the morning, or you guys want to do
oh.
stuff when Vanvalor goes like panic wake somebody up?
Yeah, I'll panic wake.
Morning, I think, is fine.
I think that.
Well, Vanvalor's panic waking somebody up right now. So what are you guys doing now?
Okay. Who are you waking up first of all?
Who are you waking up?
Is everybody getting up?
Debbie's already awake too.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping with Guardian and Shine because I'm just like, I need some comfort.
I'm in my trance, so
Probably Breker, I would assume.
Okay.
Probably like wake him up first.
Are you waking me like violently, like sounding alarm bells, or are you more like, hey, there's something going on?
It's less like,
Put up there now.
holy shit, we're gonna die. It's more like, this is a big weird.
Hello,
If I
sir.
wake up-
I don't even know what that means. Excuse me,
Ron, if
sir.
I
I
wake
have
up
big
quickly-
weird. Do you have solution? To my big weird?
For big weird. Burb.
Big weird for 500 there, Bob.
I see big burb.
Ow.
Big weird.
A big. We have big weird at home.
Rob, it may be
Sir,
kind of a
I
crapshoot,
saw-
but if I like wake up and Dallan tells me about a bird, could I try to like locate object the Periton? I believe was the name of the ones that we got told the other day.
You have something of theirs, so I'll say yes. But does the spell take 10 minutes to cast? Or is it 10 minutes duration? I don't remember on this
Thought
one.
it was duration.
I think it might be both. Just let me know what it says. I don't remember. It might be an action.
Casting time is an action.
Okay, if you want to burn it, this will be on the next day, so that's up to you.
Yep. This is looking for the nearest. Hold on, I have the name written. Periton.
Yep, Periton. No problem. You cast a spell. The eyes flash. Try to kind of pinpoint, almost like this pulse outside of you kind of goes out like a sonar. And nothing.
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 What are you guys doing?
It's not an object.
What are you guys doing?
Can you not use this to find living things? Is it only inanimate?
This is not a game function
Find the
error.
nearest.
This is not a game function issue.
There's not a Periton here, so whatever
It's out
attacked
of
those
range,
villagers
maybe?
outside of
Breker.
Lonelywood is not what Dallan saw.
There's something else.
What are you guys doing?
Dallan woke me up
Delhi,
and said he saw this rider on a bird going through the aurora.
Big bird.
I did not see that. I do
Very
not know why I
fast.
didn't see that.
I'm
Is it-
I'm still fast asleep, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm just like.
Did
I
it
can't-
was it reminiscent of the one that attacked the dwarfs and took the? Because there was somebody riding something big that took
Yeah, we didn't get
the
a look.
polar bear.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to see really. It was just the snow and the ice
Is
exploding.
it gone now?
It was
Is it still there?
yeah, it's not here. But it was fast and
Okay.
big.
Dude, you really cozy.
Freezing.
Man, if Torterra got a good look at it, I'd let you roll something here, Fish, but you
I
didn't
think
see
I
it.
was still sleeping.
Yeah, you didn't see it, so. All right, well,
Hugging Guardian.
Well, maybe it's time for me to trance because I didn't.
Then Guardian does a fart in your face.
No.
Guardian doesn't do that. I am
He
the
does.
alpha.
He sleep farts. He sleep farts. He does.
Listen, I have several badges.
He's a dog. They
That is
sleep
a-
fart.
I'll take the next watch. I got locate object up for another 10 minutes. I'll at least know if there's the Periton coming our way.
yeah, I mean, it's uncanny, but if that thing had passed by, I think Vanvalor would even be able to help you triangulate. There would have been a possibility you could have picked something up if it was that, but you know, without a shadow of a doubt, that's not a Periton, whatever that is.
Out of curiosity,
Not a pair.
have I ever read about
Just
a
don't want you to
huge
use this
giant
spell
bird?
and get nothing. Devii, give me a history check.
I'm not very good at history, but I'll do my best. Wait, no, I have advantage for I didn't see it.
Visual art.
Yes, visual art. That's
Cari,
a
you-
dirty 20.
A
You
dirty
went through
20.
several emotions there.
Did I?
You know about some stories about really, really large birds. There's something called giant eagles that have been mythological. There's, of course, you know about something potentially that's been famous out in the north called hippogriffs or griffins. There are things called well, you guys found out yesterday about the chimeras, but they have more bat-like wings. Giant bats are a thing too, but again, Vanvalor said that's a bird. That's big weird bird.
Big weird. Big
Yep.
bird.
There's also something, because he did get a dirty 20, called a rock.
A dirty 20? Oh, Cari did. I was
And a
like,
rock
"Oh, I didn't."
is a mythological creature that
R-O-K.
is not really something that anyone has reasonably said besides stories. Kind of just like more mythos, but they're very massive in the stories. Like, we're talking, these things can probably pick up a house. So they're real big, but you're not sure if it's that or if it's just like a larger version of something. It could also be that, because you know of, like, there are things that fly and then there's just the big version of them, right? Like bat, giant bat, bird, giant bird type thing. Dire things. Yes, exactly. And then I think there is a possibility that there could be, it just might be illusion magic, sound illusion magic on a dragon. You don't know. There's all kinds of weird shit that could go play here, but like the biggest bird you know about is something that you don't think exists, called a rock.
Yeah. I think I will mention like the griffins, the different things. Then I'll mention the rock. I'll be like, I've read about these things, and as far as I know,
And of course the peritons.
mythological
Sorry,
creatures.
yeah, the peritons are also.
They're mythological creatures, but if it was gonna be something that fits the description, it fits that. I'm not gonna rule anything out in this area, but I can't tell you if it's that or not for sure. Also, I have no idea why they called it a rock. I tried to figure that out. Anyways, I think I need to go to bed because I didn't even see it, and I was sitting right next to you. So I need rest.
I think I better go.
That's probably a good idea. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks,
See you,
mate.
Fish.
Bye.
Love you.
Good night, mate.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye. You're a lovely man.
Is actually now a good time to take like a break?
It's up to you guys. What do you want to do?
I'm hungry. I want snacks.
All right. Yeah, I'll just say we can just roll this into a break and say you guys are gonna wake up in the morning. Sound good? Wait, I'll take 5.
For sure there, but you know.
So, I wanted to break to like wipe my nose, but I'm okay now. I think I heard of a creature called a rock. I don't think it's the same thing. It's a half human, half owl. Like head of a owl, legs are of an owl, but the rest of its body is human in nature. Super prideful, very combative. But that's all I know about it. I've never really seen it in many stories. Could be the same thing. Don't know.
Is this in character?
Huh?
Is this in character?
No. I'm saying it's our character because we're on a break. I didn't want to say anything before, but just letting you guys know this is what I know of.
So how they used to do locate object is scry on the thing, because for scrying you don't need to have seen it, you just need a description of it. Once you scry, you get
scry.
I know, I'm just saying that's how they did it. So they get a visual reference of the object and then they can locate object on it. That's just a mechanic they used before.
Well, scry is a 5th level spell, so I don't even think Vanvalor or Devii have 5th levels yet.
I hope I didn't go too long about the
It
funeral.
was shorter than I thought. I thought that'd be more with your dad, but
I could sense from Rob, just like, okay, we're not gonna fight. Let's take that road.
Well, we spent more time buying gear in Bryn Shander and discussing how to hunt seals and figuring out where we're searching. So we've done a whole lot less in a whole lot more time.
I immediately regretted saying no to let's not find my ring, because I was like, no, we got more pressing matters.
I was down for it because I have this armor that lets me swim at normal speed, so I can swim at my walking speed. And even if I faint, I would float to the top. And then if I put the ring of warmth, I could literally swim faster than anyone in the group right now.
But the thing is, I felt like, wait a minute, is it possibly hinted that this is the situation where I get the ring? I don't know. Just felt a bit like a
Personally, while we're here, we'd have to come back for the ring. That's a lot of traveling time wasted. Personally, I would do all the objectives we have here. But if the group decides, I go with the group. That's up to it.
You see how it goes.
Yeah, I was looking up Rob's VODs though. It looks like when they first had the DMCA like crackdown on all the VODs, all Twitch did was hide them. And then they would only delete them almost like 2 weeks later. That changed like 9 months ago. And now they're deleted within 24 hours. So, there's nothing.
That sucks, man, because I was enjoying going back and forth on them.
Yeah, but it's hard because even if you have access to download them, it's terabytes of data that you would have to be downloading and then potentially re-uploading to YouTube. It's not a fast process. I've still got a couple of clips and VODs saved from streams from years back, and it's almost an external hard drive, a terabyte external hard drive completely full of that stuff. And I don't and I wasn't recording 50 sessions 4 hours long each time. It would be like a 5-minute, 10-minute clip.
What were those? What did you used to play? Like Daisy and Minecraft mainly back then? We didn't do
the only
on
clips on my
stream.
channel are still Arma because I was just sniping in Arma.
Yeah.
I was gonna be playing 2045, but then it came out and it fucking sucks. So I'm gonna play Endwalker here for a little bit here.
No interest in Destiny now? Again?
Dude, man, I Destiny's still installed. I look at it and I'm like, do I want to hop in and play those 4 same dungeons again? I think nah.
You just need to get to the right level, then you unlock the fun stuff, man.
I meant to say this. Right now I'm saying this. I haven't finished the game, but so far, don't buy Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Okay, why?
It's not great.
I put like 90 hours into Valhalla, and I'm like, I want the story to be over, but it's so fucking slow right now.
It is so. I'm 20 hours in, 24 hours in. I am not very happy with the story structure. It just kind of seems to be the same thing over and over again so far. Where you're like, yes, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to pledge to this place, so then I'm going to go to that person, they're going to have a problem, I'm going to fix that problem, they're going to be like, we're friends now, and then go back, and it's like the same structure repeated again and again and again.
Well, if you're done with it, have you already made it to the new land?
Done with No, I haven't. I've just made it to like the London arc.
Ooh, they go to London. Nice. Not that I'm gonna get it.
Your voice went out, Chef. We can't hear you.
Oh.
There you go.
Well, you get to that London arc, and it's like, oh, there's 9 new factions you need to become friends with, and it's just like, well, that's a fucking slap in the face.
Yeah.
And then there's a subsection where they're like, oh, we're gonna take you to a 10th place there you need to start over and make friends with. Except this one, you don't get your gear for it. And it's just like, holy fucking shit. Why are you doing this?
I think it's just like, that doesn't feel like content. Like, having a really complicated skill tree that doesn't really mean anything, it feels like, isn't content. And like, I don't know, it just feels like some stuff is slapped on. Like, the zealots out in the world are just like, just throw a person out there. Like, it doesn't feel good. And I'm gonna finish it because I got it and I'm in it, so I'm gonna finish it.
Dude, it goes. Like I said, 90 hours in, I'm still not anywhere near the end, as far as I can tell.
90 hours and more.
Yeah, it is not something that.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
I was just telling.
Oh dear God, they make those games so long, right?
Okay, I'm back.
So far, don't buy it. That's my recommendation.
I have no intentions of buying it that way.
I shan't be buying it, sir.
Like, it's fine, but like the NPCs, like they have NPCs in the fields to do farming, but they literally just stand in one corner of the field and they don't even move if you run by them. Like, they like exist.
Dallan, I am 68% through the game at 72 hours.
I am 24. I get about 1% an hour.
A percent an hour? Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Why don't you just do the main quest? Just concentrate on the main quest and do those side quests and stuff.
If you can find it.
It's a long game, and they drag out the story over all of it.
Oh, right.
It is, yeah, it's slow and irritating, but that's...
Have you been to Valhalla yet?
Yeah, did you get stuck there because it doesn't tell you how to fucking leave?
No, yeah. I absolutely was like, I don't know what to do next. I've done every quest marker in Valhalla, and the next step is literally walk through a door.
I've been asking what game are you guys talking about?
They're talking about Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh, sorry, we're talking about Valhalla.
I didn't know. I was like, is it Valhalla or Assassin's Creed? Which one is it? Okay.
Both, yeah.
Oh, there's
both.
Wow, we're at that point, aren't we?
All right, I got a quick question now that we're back. Is everyone ready to go?
Yes.
Yeah, I probably only have about 15 more minutes.
I'm eating really.
I kind of think we should probably wrap up. We're at a good spot here, but I want to get you guys to like the next block if I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I want to resolve what Dallan sent me in a message. Do you want to do that here?
It doesn't matter. I know you might need to like think about what
No.
she would say.
No. This is improv.
Okay.
She's not gonna have time to respond, right? Like that's just how it is. So why don't you just do the thing and then I'll respond.
Okay, yeah. So I sent before we went to bed. Vanvalor sent a message to, and he'll tell you guys about it too. Sending to the mom so it would refresh. And he said, "Killed the dragon. I wish to meet you one day to show you how the ice has strengthened me." Just like trying to speak in her language to try and make her more comfortable with him. So maybe we can get close eventually. You know.
Do you know how soon she'll respond to you?
She responds immediately.
If she ever would.
Yeah,
If she can, she responds immediately. But yeah, there's a little bit of a pause, and then she says,
"Boy."
preservation is important. Maybe. Just maybe. We can reach an accord. But as you know, strength is what the tiger respects. That's it.
Okay.
At some point, I probably grab Lynn and ask her if there's any ritual spell she could show me.
Well, nothing much else that you can do here. I've got this thing where I can make a disc. We can put a bunch of weight on it. It's quite nice for a chair, but it moves with me, so if someone has to get out and push. I've had the kobolds do it. It's quite amusing, but I use it a lot when I'm doing other things, but not out here. I haven't used it at all, so it kind of just sits here in the spell book unused, but it was expensive, so I keep it on.
Think I could take a look at it? Make a copy?
Yeah, we can get you to take a look at it.
Cool.
There's a spell called Tensor's Floating Disc that's in her book. And
I almost took that one.
yeah. But it'll take time, and you have to have ink, and you have to buy all the materials to transport them over. I know you have the spell book, but you need the ink. That is the cost, the ink cost to make it.
What's it for?
I think I have a journal, and I do have a journal on me, so I've been writing. I'm assuming I have ink.
You have to buy inks. Like, that's the big
Okay.
thing, is you have to spend money to write down
Okay.
those type of things for your features. So if you want to look it up, just check out the how ritual casting works in the wizard spell list on the wizard page, and you can abide by the same wizard rules for your feat. Okay.
Okay.
If you need to retroactively do some things in Bryn Chain or mark off some gold, that can be arranged.
Cool.
Van, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Just this is less of a situation where
What would happen once you meet your mother?
whatever needs to happen. This isn't a situation that I'm emotionally invested in, really. I don't have feelings for her in any way other than a little bit of anger.
Yeah,
because she
sorry, go ahead.
left me, so I can let go and do what needs to be done for everyone rather than what needs to be done for stupid things.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys wake up, there's no the clouds that you saw rolling in are all gone. There is a clear day. There's no snow, just biting winds as per usual, and the day is yours. I would like one player to roll for navigation, pretty much is about it.
For fish,
It depends on what you guys are thinking, who you want to roll.
we could roll for fish, I guess.
I can assist.
What do you roll for navigation?
Can
You
I
guys need to
assist them
point
to
and
give them
shoot, because you guys need to roll for navigation, and you also need to roll to where you want to go.
I have a +5. I'll just roll.
Okay, you roll.
Dirty 20.
Okay, you got to point and shoot. Where are we going?
I probably will not be more suitable for this.
Let's see.
We're going straight out west to the
So
nearest.
this is 9 miles.
Wait,
This
wait,
is 7-ish.
I'd say somewhere here is.
This
yeah.
I think we
is
should
another
go
9,
near
and
Sinai.
this is almost 10 to go here. So, and then
Somewhere
this is
here-ish.
8.5 to go there. So it's pretty much anywhere between 7 and 9 miles.
Yeah, let's go here.
Okay,
Let's
so
just
you're
do
pretty
that,
much just
and
gonna
go-
take a navigation is to see if you're gonna
Okay.
incur a penalty to go straight where you want to go. That's basically what we're going for navigating.
Okay.
So you
So with a dirty 20, how does that work?
Okay, so if Devi's kind of navigating, I'm guessing you're not really driving. You're kind of using your space as kind of like
I never
to
drive.
maximize
Yeah.
pinpointing locations and
Yeah.
being able to get you there. The winds bite today. It is like you guys are going downwind, or is it upwind? I can't really remember the term, but the wind is blowing at you as you're trying to go against it, and it's a feat.
That would be upwind.
Okay.
Or I guess that's a different term than
So
going
Cari, can you
upstream.
just do a little mark on the map, like an X or a line where you're trying to pitch?
Yeah.
Just
We
draw
are
it.
going.
Okay, great. So that is going to be about 7.5 miles, which translates to about 3 hours.
Okay.
So it'll take you guys 3 hours to get there, and as you get here, it's a bit odd. Throughout the day's travel, you don't really see much but snowdrifts all day. No caves, no animals. There's not even really that much change in the tundra. It's a little concerning because you've been traveling for hours and nothing is different. And then at the edge of the horizon, you can start to see this kind of warble as you can start picking out some of these kind of ice chunks that are kind of moving in the distance. And as you get closer and closer, you can actually see nothing but ice.
All right, let's
Devii.
go down the coast.
We
Okay.
we
Yeah.
we reached the coast.
We're at the coast. Let's ride it down towards the river.
I have a question. Can we do can we like invest? Can we do any type of investigation in the where we are? Or were you
What are
saying
you trying
we
to
should
do?
just like how far can we see? You say it's a clear day, but how far out can we see? Can we
It's
see
dark.
to the edge? I mean,
You can't see much more than a torchlight.
I thought you said it, I thought it was daytime.
Rob
It
did
is,
say
but it's always
though-
dark.
Rob did say though that it's not gonna be all the way out there. He said it's gonna be somewhere.
But we set. Okay, I thought we set out in the morning. Okay, I don't know.
Oh no, but remember, there's only 3 hours of daylight.
Oh, and it took us 3 hours to
And
get
it's
there.
just dim.
Yeah. So
okay.
even though it's daytime, it's dark out.
Okay, so we can't see. What about those of us who have a bit more dark sight? Can you see further?
But like we know that it's not gonna be out here.
You think your owl can carry Blackie? Maybe we could have 4 sets of eyes in the air instead of 2.
Well, where's Blackie?
Yeah, I could have a good old scout head out there, but chances are if there's something big like those peritons and they see a single bird flying over the ice, that thing's dead meat.
Oh, yeah.
So
True,
I don't know if I'd want to risk a good old scout. Go burn
Well,
some
you
more
can send
incense
Blackie
to send it back, sure, but it costs about 50 gold every time I need to have him pretty much take a risky trip and die. It's more
I
inconvenient
have a
than
few
anything.
incense. I have a few incense to spare, so.
All right, I'll roll, see if I can get him out there. So I'm gonna roll twice. I'm gonna roll stealth check. Okay. And yep.
I like to imagine Blackie going, "It's cold up there. No, no."
Well, Scout takes off, and you guys can pretty much hear him struggling against the wind where you guys are at. He's not being very quiet. And kind of through your risky journey here, Scout comes back and Villain flashes in and out of the kind of eyesight that she can look through what Scout's seeing. And then kind of coming back and then waiting for Scout to return outside of her range. And she just shakes her head when Scout returns. Nothing.
Okay, guys, let's go. So now what our plan is we're gonna go this way, down the coast.
Okay.
Let's be careful. I'm sure the winds from the sea aren't going to help us.
Probably not. It's probably even colder where we are right now.
I would think so.
Let's do this quickly, shall we?
I'm glad
All
I've
right.
got this thing of warm.
Devii, roll me another survival check.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye out in the sky for anything coming up.
Oh, that one's not very good this time.
If you want to
Can
stay
I,
warm, you can
can
hug
I-
me, and then you'll get some of
Okay,
the
so
ring of
10
warmth.
is here. So this is 10 is 5 hours, right? It's like half. So 5 hours, and then
Can I
that's
have
10 hours.
Can I have Torterra give me advantage?
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's.
Can I have advantage on every roll? Sure.
Well,
I'm
I used to give him
joking,
advantage
Cari.
all
What's the
time.
what's the roll?
Oh, it's a 24.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna save you a little bit of time here. You guys do pass something and see it, but it's a bit strange because it's not at all what you're looking for. There is what looks to be a pier that's kind of frozen. It's real small. It's like, I would say it's like a very short dock made for like one boat, like a dinghy. And it's all frozen over. And as you guys are getting closer, you can see that there's actually a very weird shaped dome cabin kind of facing the bay area. With like a bloated door. Covered in ice and like some barnacles just hanging off of it with some rusty hinges. Like it looks like it's never been used. Or rather, it's been shut up and like closed off and not been opened for a very long time. There's also what looks to be kind of like something hanging on a pole attached to the pier at the very edge, maybe a bell. And then kind of out a little bit away from the pier on the ice, you can see there's like this. There's like maybe another wooden. There's a second pier that's very small that's like up against some kind of like archway of rock formation coming out of the ice. And there's like another pier near there. So there's like two piers. There's one pier that's like from the edge of the water out with a little dinghy. And then there's another pier coming out of this like rock formation a little ways out. And that rock formation is where there's like probably a little bell you can kind of see a little ways out past where the ice starts. And then the little weird shaped kind of like, what did I call it?
Cabin.
Like a domed cabin looking thing. Yeah, it's like a stone cabin. It's just kind of like plopped out facing the
How far is
water.
that thing?
I mean, you guys are like basically right on top of it by the time you find it. It's like it's right there, but like it's so small that it's not even noticeable until you show up. But it's definitely not what you guys are looking for. All right, see you, Dallan.
Hi,
Bye,
Daddy.
Daddy.
Where is it? Where is this?
How small is this and how far is this? Like 10, 20 feet?
Not relevant enough to even give you the info on it. It's small.
I'm confused.
The rock formation
guys
is like a. You ever seen like the little kind of like bay areas where they have like a big like bay or a coast, and there's like these really cool looking like archways where there's like a big rock, and then like the rock kind of molds over and it looks like water was kind of eroding on the lower section, and it kind of somehow the winds, after it eroded up a little bit from the water, the winds kind of start cutting it, and then like the rock over a long period of time, the wind cuts it upwards over the ocean breeze, right? And then there's a very thin kind of like peg of maybe like a very great tree in width around. So it's just like this, it's just like a big natural archway made out of rock. And there's like a part of that rock that's like a little area that you can stand on. Maybe kids would like dive in the summertime out here. And there's like a little bell at the end of the dock. And then there's another dock from where the ice is, where you guys are at on the land side with a dinghy, and both of them are completely frozen over.
I wonder if
The other dock and the
do you
stone
dock
house?
So there's one dock and a stone little hut type of thing on one side. Then out in the water is a stone formation and another dock on that formation with a bell. That's it. I don't want to pull you guys onto the map because it's like kind of inconsequential for what you guys are.
Oh,
This
so-
the main purpose of me telling you here is that you found something. Oops, I'm on the wrong map. You guys found something where this little pip is right there. There's a location here, but you don't. This isn't what you're looking for at all. It doesn't meet any of the descriptions of what the stuff is that you're looking for, and it seems very out of place. And none of you have heard of this thing's existence. It just
I
seems
feel
like a
like-
very weird summer location.
Galaxy
Okay, so-
feels like it was there before the winter came.
Yeah.
So it's just.
I mean, if you
I'm
guys
just
want to interact
gonna-
here, I can pull you on the map and you guys can investigate further. I can do that if you want.
I just wanna detect thoughts if I'm in range, just to see if anybody's alive
There's
or not
nothing here, Mesh. Nothing.
Nothing.
Can
Okay.
we,
You know
can
what?
we investigate the area? Is it?
Yeah.
Was it
How-
worth even investigating? I don't know.
How about we approach it with weapons drawn, just in case, to actually have a look around? How about that?
I mean, we could do. I don't know.
If I'm in
Alright.
range and nobody's alive, I'm not. I don't think we need to waste time here.
There's anything,
I
you
mean,
know, if
this
it's
map is
frozen
not
in the
meant for
ice.
players, to be fair. This map is meant for just GM
Can we
because
just?
it's so small.
I mean, we don't need to look at the map. We can just do it, right? We don't need to look at the map.
I mean, like, I would say just check the hut, see if there's anything inside, and then move
Sure,
Yeah, let's
sure, you
just-
can do that.
Let's check that.
All right, let me just
Yeah,
double
that
check if
sounds
you guys can do it. A small domed cabin faces the bay. A bloated door covered in ice and dormant barnacles hangs slightly ajar with rusted hinges.
Okay, so the
Investigating
door is
inside. I
open.
need somebody to roll an investigation check, please.
Can I do it?
I don't care.
I'll do it.
You can do
I'll
it.
do it. I'll
Oh,
also
Jodie's
check
What?
for.
I never get to
Okay,
roll
go,
anything.
go, 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 go.
Come on,
I
man.
wanted to check for traps. That's the main thing.
Oh, you can check for traps.
You don't
can
I
check.
literally never
Traps with
roll. Well,
investigation.
that's why I
Go
don't roll.
Go for it, Jodie. Go for it.
I did it already.
What'd you roll?
Wow.
A 2?
You
Okay,
did
Goldy
say-
doesn't. That's the end of Jodie investigating.
Big 3.
stuff.
All right, Jodie goes inside
Hello.
on
You about to say my
Chalcedony.
name. You about to say my name. I heard that.
I love the idea that Kelsey was like, no, I'm gonna look. Yeah, nothing's in there.
The entire inside has a thick coat of rime.
Of what?
Rime.
Rhyme.
Rime is like
Rime is like-
frozen thin ice over everything.
Oh, okay.
Rhyme.
R-I-M-E, rime.
I've never heard that term before. Oh,
That's the name of your
okay.
module called Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's got.
Fuck's sake. All right. Inside, you can see that there's a bed. And your investigation's pretty bad. So there's a bed. Behind the bed is a small hearth
Another bed.
with some firewood. Firewood does have some kind of, doesn't seem like it's been used in forever. It does look like it has holes in it. And there's just a lot of firewood. That's it.
While Cal is poking around the house, can I throw rocks at the bell?
See if you're gonna hit
I
it.
don't know. It's what I do.
So the
if
bell
you're just
is
like, oh, there's a
50
bell
feet
over there.
from you.
Dude,
the
I
bell's
can throw a rock 50
feet. You give me an unarmed attack roll with disadvantage.
50 feet. That's.
Actually, I actually would like to help for the simple sake that I do
You
want
cannot
to throw
help
rocks.
someone throw.
All right, fine. I
Oh.
will.
You can throw your own rock.
You can throw your own rock with disadvantage if you want.
Devii has the blanket like wrapped around her, and she's just watching you guys.
But
do this.
according to the
Throw
rules,
your-
you cannot throw a
Yeah.
rock further than you can throw a dagger, which is at length,
Okay.
I believe, 2060. So
I did
20
it.
is
I got
optimal.
a nat 1 for
I-
a 6.
Oh my
Your
God.
rock
That's it.
goes and makes that really, really fucking loud sound when it hits ice, where it's like the loud like rippling sound on the ice, and you can hear the ice like moving around, and then you hear it like
Oh no.
slid on the ice, and then it disappears into what you can only guess is probably a patch of water somewhere. Just
I got 14.
same result.
Bollocks.
Saving myself some time here.
Cari getting all.
I'm role playing as Devii.
I don't think I've said bollocks in this stream ever.
So, Jodie, just as a quick note, there are 2 rooms in this shed. or not shed.
Mhm.
This I can't think of the fucking proper name for this thing.
Did you say it was a
Cabin. There we go. Cabin. Stone cabin.
okay.
The stone cabin has 2 rooms. One room is a jar with a bed and the hearth, and the other another door into a room that's literally just filled with firewood. That's it. And your guess is that the dinghy is about maybe a third of the size of the cabin. Like the cabin is super small. Like the polar bear couldn't even get inside. It's literally just a place to go sleep. That's it. It's Spartan as Spartan gets.
Cool.
Oh, it's a hunter's.
Yeah, kind of like a hunter's lodge. Yeah. Like they come out here, they fish, they go to bed, they try it again, they fish, they go to bed. It's like that.
They come, they eat, they leave.
Yeah, that type of deal. It's like nothing here.
And anything in there?
There's also a hole in the ice where breakers and the other ice kind of is made near the other dock, kind of way out in the ice, about 30 feet. Well, the hole is actually underneath the archway.
Can I
Oh, the pool of ice, I guess, is water.
what? Am I able to Oh no, that's probably wrong work. Oh no. No, I wanted to know. I wanted to see if Cal would know, like, why the. But I don't know. I don't know the local area, so I wouldn't know if it could work out. Like to know about the bell and stuff like that.
There's an important question I have. Whose rock went further between mine and Goldy?
Goldy's dead, but it wouldn't have really mattered because they both sunk into the same pool of water.
Dude!
So
I mean,
yours would have just skidded more, his would have gone farther, and then skidded in the same hole.
I went out.
The initial toss would have been
Remember
free.
do you remember when we did that mini game in It Takes Two? It's like that. It's like the curling.
You know what, mate? We'll try again some other time, huh?
Can we try again sometime when it's not cold?
Maybe we should give the ring to Devii.
Oh god, my computer wants to
No,
restart.
it's fine.
Oh, should we move on then?
Yes.
If there's nothing here. I mean, I feel like there might be, but
What's that?
It does seem weird that there's
Yeah.
only a
microphone.
bed. There's no food, nothing.
could I touch the beds just to see if it's warm at all?
Covered in
Whoa,
ice.
What was it warm?
The door is ajar.
Okay.
So the cabin's been
Oh, wait.
open to the elements for God knows how long.
Okay.
Oh.
Just in case someone actually did.
So
sleep
the
here.
wood is the only door that's closed, like the room to the wood. The wood
So how do we
supply.
know there's wood in there?
Because you opened the door with your investigation there, Chief.
Alright, Lord.
Rob, could I drop a detect magic and just
Sure. Where are
look
you
around
dropping it?
quick?
Are you dropping it in the thing with the room with Cal? Or are you gonna drop it outside near the
Well,
dock?
it's on me, so I just sense magic and I just kind of cruise around the hut, just looking for anything glowy.
Okay. Again, just to emphasize how small the hut is, it's like how do I put this? It's about 10 feet across and 10 feet wide. It's small.
I detect magic within a 30-foot sphere, so I just kind of go into the hut and be like,
Nothing.
anything here?
Nothing. Not even the wood.
Guys, there's nothing here. This isn't worth our time.
Not even in the dinghy or the dock. If you
I
wanted to
follow
go
him
walk
and do
across the
detect.
ice, you could probably walk on the ice over to the other dock if you wanted to. You probably put some crampons on just so you don't fall off, like fall
I
right in
follow
your
him
butt.
and do detect thoughts also, just in case.
Nah,
I mean, I could spend some time and ask each of your party members what they're thinking if you want, Mesh. That's about it.
Can we hurry up now?
Alright.
But the only way you're gonna be
Yeah.
able to do anything is if you walk across the ice to go mess with the bell. That would be the only other thing that you guys haven't done yet. If you wanted to go further and ding-a-ling, but
Okay, well, if
Pretty sure was it? Sorry.
Breker and Mesh want to do that, they can put on their crampons and go do that.
Mesh,
I was
did
mostly-
you not just say you have a swimmable piece of armor?
Yeah.
So-
If
I'm
you have
pretty
any
sure Wizards of the
reason to do
Coast
it.
just put this in here to distract players.
I mean, you mean
Waste their time.
It's working,
Probably the only
baby.
reason why it's in there.
It sure is fucking working. I was hoping you guys would actually go like take the routes that I was dropping
that
instead of
you
going
were.
across, but I was like, all right, I'll give you
Yeah.
another option, and you're probably gonna take that one just because it's not the first one that I give you.
I feel like you should go and ring the bell just as we're here.
go on, sir?
It's the big red button. Are you gonna press it or not?
By all means, go up to the bell, swim as fast as you can, and detect pulse on
Let's
it.
just get back. I'm not detecting anything.
No, you need to walk across the ice, not swim. It's ice, right?
Come on.
Chalcedony, are you gonna ring the bell?
Oh, for fuck's sake, I'll do it. So Cal's putting on his crampons. It
Yeah,
takes
your
ages
special
to
made
put on,
crampons because of your hooves, right?
because he's got hooves, and
Yep.
nobody's helping him put on these crampons. So he's gonna
Nope.
take.
Everyone
Devii
else is
doesn't want
like
you to
on
go.
the road, ready to go.
Everyone's like loading up the dogs. They're like, all right, here we go.
It's gonna take like 15 minutes for him to change
All right.
out of his snowshoes and put crampons
For what it's
on.
worth, the bell, as you're getting close, you can see it's a copper bell. It's made out of copper, and so you know it'd be really loud if you ring this thing. It's about 1 foot diameter, so it's pretty big. It's like a ship's bell. So it's about that big around on the base.
Huh.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
And it's on a 10-foot tall pole with a little like rope attached, so you can like really rip the sound. And it has a little clapper on the inside.
Rip that sound.
Okay.
Steady.
So you want to ring the bell?
I'll ring
How
the
loud
bell.
are you wanting to be this thing? Are you gonna go like ding like one, or are you gonna go like ding 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 ding? Like you gonna do this thing like it's dinner time or what?
Cal's gonna let it rip.
Okay. This is deafening. Like it's so loud. Like roll a con save actually, just for my own amusement.
God.
Definitely don't have any experience ringing ship bells.
Yay!
What'd you get?
22.
Okay. Yeah, your guess
Yay.
is that if you didn't catch this in time, you'd actually like had the wherewithal to like kind of cover your ears a little bit. But
I
this
covered
would have
my-
made you deaf doing this close.
Oh shit.
But yeah, you guys can hear this thing like echoing and rippling off. And you can see like a little off in the distance, there's probably some more rock formations and some other things. There's some movement in the sky.
Uh-oh.
There are what seems to be
Looking at the
3 flying shapes coming towards
Is it dinner bell for
the
their pets, maybe?
coming towards the pier.
Oops.
Devii just sitting here like, but she doesn't. I don't think she sees the birds yet. Are you done ringing the bell?
Has
She
Cal
can't hear
seen
me.
the shapes?
You're the only one that sees the shapes currently, because you're
So
the
Cal's like,
you're
Cal's
actually
just
able
like,
to see them.
Oh, shit. I called somebody. Everyone,
They're
I
pretty
think
big.
somebody's coming. I think someone's coming home for dinner.
What?
What'd you say? I can't hear you.
My ears.
Get on those. Come back over here.
Okay, the cow. Cow can't run in a crampon, so he's just like. Like,
Okay. There are 3 very, very large vultures, like bigger than you guys, flying towards the thing.
We got food.
Dire vultures.
they're coming for food. I'm
What do you
sorry,
guys do?
I called someone.
They're coming.
I have my crossbow out. I have my crossbow out.
I'm immediately gonna just draw my weapon. in
Two of
defense and
them
say,
prop up on the big rock formation, and one of them kind of swoops down into the pool.
into the
Oh,
pool.
into where the pool area is, and then kind of like swoops around, and then they all clock where you guys are at.
Hiding
Do we
behind
see them
the-
now?
All of
say,
you can see
if-
these
if they-
3
if they've
giant
come-
vultures.
Maybe they've been trained to come. Whoever this spell and there's all this whoever comes here, they look like they're trained to come. Maybe they're helper birds. They help.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lose my hand over here.
Yeah, let's just you know what? Sucks to be
Can we
done.
can we
Let's
just
go.
leave? They've seen us, right? But
Yeah, let's go.
Wait, Dali said feed them.
what did he?
Yeah, he just posted.
Feed them what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know.
I'm
let's
not gonna
them
feed 'em.
Danny. Let's just bloody feed them. Feed Danny to them.
Can I also say quietly to Chalcedony, this would have been a good time to use one of my animals to actually ring the bell. Oh well. Anyway.
What? Did you say
Goldie,
that?
Goldie,
You didn't say that earlier.
I'd grab Goldy and be like, take one of your things out now and chuck it at them.
Fuck
See what
it.
they do to it.
Yeah, you can
Roll
do
D8,
that.
Goldy.
Alright.
I hope it's a weasel.
I hope it's a fucking big thing. Just like it just crushes them. It's a great elk.
Is it?
It's a fucking great elk. I got an eight.
When we don't actually need it.
All right. I just want to be clear, Rob.
We're not cowards, Dally. We just
What's-
don't have
what's the armor
time of
class
day
of that
for
thing?
these.
And it immediately goes like
What's
that.
the armor
sprays
class
out
of
on
that
the
thing?
ice because it can't walk on the ice.
Right, armor class 14.
Okay.
I hope it didn't swallow it.
All right. Well, all three of the vultures take 2 swipes of this thing with their beak and talons, and all 3 of them hit at least once, and they begin to try to massacre this elk. What are you guys doing?
I mean, I've already turned around and headed towards the sled.
I think Goldie's screaming in horror.
I don't know how much hit points this elk has, but I'm going to roll damage.
It has 42.
Okay, it will not die this round, but you guys have probably a couple rounds before this thing goes down. What are you guys doing?
I'm taking
Okay,
a
can
shot.
I? How close am I? Can I draw my bow?
You guys want to
Listen,
roll
I have no
initiative?
idea. Run rolling initiative. We're gonna kill these things right now.
How close am I?
This could be food for us. Like,
Are we,
Okay, fine.
can we try before we massacre them?
Goldie.
Can we try? Can we try and see if they have any intelligence?
Bitch, she just hit my damn vultures. They need to die.
Wait,
your vultures? What?
your
I think you mean-
vultures
I think
or
you mean-
your?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
All right, if this is what
can we
if you
just
guys are going to
go?
roll initiative and you guys want to fight, then that's
I
what
don't
we're going to
feel
pick up
like-
next week.
I don't feel like we need to
Yeah.
roll initiative though.
Doesn't matter. If you guys are fighting these things, they're going to fight you back.
Are we fighting these things?
Oh, they're
people?
gonna fight us whether we roll initiative.
If you
or
make
not.
an aggressive action at another thing, that's initiative. That's how initiative works.
Who did it?
It doesn't matter. One person makes the call.
Bloody hell.
We're fighting.
Oh.
Roll initiative. Do it
We
now.
have to- so
If
we
you
have
guys want to
do
let
we
Goldie, after laying his dead brother to rest, go out here and die to 3 vultures, that's your prerogative.
have to-
You're gonna kill these guys.
Goldie, please. Let's
All right, so we all have to roll. Dude, we can't. Rob just said we can't. We can't just leave him because we
can't leave Goldie, and I'm asking Goldie to come. Just
By the
come
way-
with.
But by the way, I
Rob
haven't
just said it
banned
doesn't
yet.
work like that. Rob just said if you start attacking something, then you get in the fight. You
initiative.
can't
We
get out of
haven't.
it.
We haven't
haven't done
attacked it. Are
anything.
you?
Okay,
Are you
listen.
thinking
Listen.
that they-
It's about communicating
I have
intent to
no-
attack. If you say, I'm going to attack the thing, it's initiative.
Yeah, and he threw the elk.
And in a situation in like a bar fight where there's like people in there and you draw a sword, somebody's going to defend themselves, so it's initiative. So what are you guys doing? Are you going to fight 3 vultures that are clearly distracted with an elk that you just threw out? Or you guys want to just like let the elk fucking die and leave? Because it's... I
Not
rolled
a
I
real
rolled
elk.
already for all
Yeah.
of the attacks. So like what do you guys want to
Make
do?
sure Goldie knows the elk doesn't die; it just disappears. We should.
Well,
just
he
get
already
it
knows
over
that.
with.
He already knows
Okay.
that.
Let's just
Fine.
get out of it. I don't
I'm
know
not the
why
one that
Adele would
chucked an
call
elk
3
at them
vultures.
in order to sacrifice them, so I'm
Fine.
okay to leave.
Let's just go then. Ugh, the poor elk.
I just would like to know why someone would train these vultures to come when the bell rings.
Do you know what? If I don't get to fight them, you don't get to know that information. We're leaving. we are leaving. I want to hit those
Yeah, the
things.
health-
You know how many times I rolled elk?
That
And
elk
they
looks
just
about
die?
half dead already.
I'm walking away, by the way. I'm
But it's all bloody.
Wait, can you release them?
Release what?
Can you release it from us for
Yeah, I
us?
can.
Probably not.
I can do it.
You should just release it then, so it doesn't die a horrible death.
But the second we do, they're going to turn their attentions to us. So either we use this
At least it's
distraction-
not. You are.
Yeah, but it's not
horrible.
real, really, is it?
Dude, it's happening. We either use the advantage or we don't. Let's just go.
I think we should go once they're distracted. and not be in a
Devii is
fight.
on the sled strapped in.
I'm just gonna go with some average rolls here because apparently I missed something in the stat block where they would definitely be able to hit more. So, you guys have 3 rounds. What are you doing? Essentially, you have
I'm on the
18
sled
seconds to make a
with
decision.
I'm
I'm on the sled with my crossbow
We're gone.
aimed at
Okay.
aim behind us in case they come back.
Okay,
Devii,
we're getting on the sleds.
this is where you guys will actually end the session then. Thank fuck you didn't fight here. Okay. Let's do this.
Once we get far enough, I'm just going to just turn it off. If it matters.
As you guys kind of continue, I'm gonna put a little pip down again. Another one of those.
It's riding.
Riding.
As you guys find another location.
Never get to fucking have elks in battle. God damn it.
You did have 2 of them, but you set them
Yeah.
to stand on roofs.
I don't
They
want to
ran
talk
away.
about it, alright? Why are we talking about it?
Okay, so there's a little location over here is where you guys will pretty much end up getting to in the next
Okay.
sorry, in the next 4 or 5 hours. So this is gonna be like all day. You guys are at it all day. And after this little thing, it's just like you hear the sounds of the moving ice, you see this other stuff, and in the horizon, you see one thing first, which is the first thing is kind of a silhouette of let's see here. Sea of moving ice stretching out before you, featureless and frozen like a desert. But ahead seems to be a smooth white surface that is actually disrupted by what looks to be some kind of pointing objects coming from the frost. But before you really can kind of make out what it is, it looks like kind of a glacier kind of at an angle. Before that, in the land, is what looks to be a small abandoned campsite. And it looks a little bit like this.
Oh, the hole.
Now,
The hole.
I will tell you that on this map, there are a couple of features. There is nothing here. So anything that you see besides the igloo and the hole, like the little fish and the plate and little torches, the torches are not on. The harpoon is not there. The chairs are abandoned. And it looks like there's probably only one of them. So, and there's no footsteps. It's just like a couple of abandoned torches and what looks to be a very messy, much less nice looking igloo and no path. And the iced fishing hole here is actually already iced over.
Okay.
It's just dark and you come across this site. And this is kind of a ways out from the little like 1 iota of difference in the kind of fathomless sand desert tundra that's there. There's like this one like crushing out of the ice thing that's kind of punky and frozen over. And as you guys are looking around here, I would like Mesh to make a perception check. I'll just have you make it with advantage because there's a bunch of you instead of having everyone roll.
Okay. Okay, that's even worse. That's a 7 plus 3, 10.
Okay, yeah, there's some movement coming from the kind of hole near the igloo, but it's on the ground.
In the hole or like?
Sorry, in the opening of the little igloo, kind of like on the map, which
Oh.
looks more like a kind of rough opening Again, like this is just a map that I'm using. It's not really true to this. This is just the best thing that I got to represent this thing. It kind of looks like an abandoned campsite. If anything, it's probably more of like a kind of a rundown tent.
Okay. How far are we? How far am I?
A couple hundred feet. You haven't really seen enough detail. This is very cursory, like 500 feet away type thing before you guys approach.
We got some movement up ahead, guys.
Mr. Detect Thoughts.
Too far right now.
Mr. Stealth Detect Thoughts.
Alright, that's fair. Stealth closer, try to stay downwind and stuff.
Okay, give me another perception check after you give me a stealth check. This time
It's a
the
natural-
perception is only so the perception is
That's a
only
natural 19 plus 10, so that's 29 on stealth.
all right, and then
Perception. Fucking hell, that's a 5 on perception.
actually I don't think you have to roll perception when you're this close. How close do you want to get, I guess, is probably the real question.
Just in detect thoughts range, I guess, 30 feet.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'd say that's probably minimum. You can see there's like a little thing that looks like maybe like an Arctic weasel that's kind of like trying to hide near the door, maybe from the wind. And you don't really
Like
get anything from
little?
its thoughts at all.
Like little or like
Yeah,
humanoid?
like
little?
tiny.
Okay.
Is it cute?
Weasels are tiny, yeah.
Am I aware of this? Because if I am.
I don't think you're.
You are not
They're
there,
not here.
Goldie.
Okay.
Detect thoughts. Anybody else in
Soon.
there?
It's like, fine.
Soon.
All right, I'm trying to find a
Detect
token
thoughts,
for this one
anybody
second.
else?
No,
Into
you don't get anything.
I kind of signal over. It's safe.
What is it, Mesh?
Some sort of weasel-like creature. It's not threatening, at least.
Weasel, you say?
Dallan, what was NASA's familiar?
As you even look to ask the question, you can see Velen's face is white with fear. And that's what we'll pick up next week.
Oh,
Nice catch.
yeah.
Are we in trouble? I feel like we're in trouble.
We're not in trouble, but her nemesis is about to be in big trouble.
Oh, good stuff.
Oh, there's a little.
I made it big, but yeah, there's the weasel. Essentially, it's,
Oh, I
it's
was
like right
hoping
there.
I might get a pet.
Down
I-
past a level 9 shatter on the hut.
He blows up the fucking tent. Boom. All right, cool.
I swear, first thing I'm gonna do.
Everyone
is
goes
pet
under
that
the ice.
weasel. I will pet that weasel. I
Feed
swear
them,
to
you
God.
cowards. Yes, our lord the birds. I'm just catching up on Jack. Good lord, Dallan. It's a
that what he wrote?
Chewinga. They can write it.
Oh my god.
Please, they're good.
We need a
birds.
Chewinga emote. That's for sure. That would be great.
Big smart.
All right, guys, we've lost 2 players in the kind of ending of the game being a little long. It's after 1 a.m. for me and Cari. It's even later for Fish when he left. So we're going to call it here. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode not lost to the VODs. Yay. We'll see you guys next week for another Icewind Dale adventure.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with the Arctic Weasel. The familiar? What is
It will
it?
be pet. It will
It's
be pet.
Saturday yet?
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
See you.
Bye.